Hello, welcome to tonight's episode, the Shadesong Saga, here on the Superior Adventurers Guild. Tonight is episode 2 of the Well of the 7th Saga. The Shadesong Saga is a living world where the various stories, the various sagas, are played by rotating groups of players who come in and out with different characters, sometimes reprising characters, sometimes playing NPCs from other games, and it is the players' decisions and their actions that really shape the world of the game as well as the story. Basically, I have zero clue what's going to happen until the players do it. So, we keep it fresh and fun like this. My name is Bleakseason. I am the GM here and the creator of the Shadesong Saga. And thanks to Dungeon Dave from the Spirit Adventures Guild, I get to bring it to you now here on stream. I will proceed to do a little recap of last week's adventure shortly. But first, I would like to meet or introduce, rather, because I've already met them, but reintroduce our wonderful cast, including an additional member tonight joining us for the first time this evening. Not for the first time in Shadesong, though. Travis, how you doing?
I'm doing all right for a night and how it's been. And you?
I'm hanging in there. Would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself and your character? You've played Shadesong before, so you're kind of like an old hand here, but playing a different character this time.
Yeah. Just uh, just name and such. Trying to get
Yep,
this right here.
absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, I usually Travis. Hi. Typically I would go by Eversalt amongst the communities. Or if you find me on Twitter or Scan Eversalt, just babble a lot of things, usually on a comedic slant. Um, Tonight I'm playing as Butcher. Is our I would just say a bit of a fighter, but more of a dirty fighter. Kind of a little bit of a rough, might come off as an asshole, but I think when you get down to know him, it's just that he's very much on the what matters most to him. It's usually the people around him that he's always got their back. Everybody else can go fuck off.
All right. Thank you very much, Travis. Super cool to have you again playing in one of these games, and just super cool to be playing with you again. It's always a pleasure. All right, Kevin, tell us a little bit about yourself. Kevin.
Yeah. Yes, hi, I'm Kevin. You can find me online at Kevran Games. Tonight I'm returning to play Feandar, or Fane, who is the cleric of the party. He is a cleric of war. He knows that right now we are in a position to make our mark in the world, and he knows that the changes that are coming are going to require a strong hand, and it will be his. When I'm not here, I'm on the Game Night Heroes podcast, where I'm the host and the game master, and we tell cool, awesome stories like we're going to tell tonight. So it's awesome to be back. I'm excited to get back into this because we had a great episode last time. So
Yeah, now that you actually have your magical items, it's gonna go.
yes. It's gonna
I'm
get
like,
vicious up in here.
here, put some enemies in there that can only be hit with magical items. Why is Kevin swinging a stick? Oh yeah, that's my fault. That's my fault.
It was interesting though. I will say that.
Well, you saw on your feet and you made it work, and it worked out pretty well in the end.
Mm-hmm.
You survived. It's all that matters. We'll see.
Right.
Survive tonight. Tim, my man, Tim, how's it going?
Good. I'm Tim, Flam Blackmore on Twitter. Playing Eno or Vivino, if you know him. If you know the name he doesn't like to be called. The bard of the group, the youngster of the group, the naive wannabe hero who is absolutely petrified of pretty girls. And it's a handicap. It's already come up. It's a handicap. So
Try. Well, we'll see if you pick up your game tonight. Well, with a wingman such as Scoozy, you should be able to do pretty well.
Well, you said Ashab as a wingman. All right. I'm Scoozy. Hello. You can find me at Scooz News on all the stuff. I play Talashi. But he goes by Osh, and he has a very sort of worn, gaudy aesthetic about him, and he's intrigued and off-put by the little blue metal men that we met last session. Yeah, he gets told what to do by a ring, mood ring, basically. Not even told what to do. He just has a mood ring that sometimes he listens to and might understand.
Don't we all? Guys, super fun to have you again. Super stoked to do this. We're going to dive into it very shortly here. First, just a couple more things. Want to give some shout outs, of course, to Andy, our producer, to Dungeon Dave, who is setting this entire thing up for us to come here and play, from the Spirit Adventurers Guild's Twitch. Also, I'll get back actually, because I'm not sure which music thing we're using tonight. So I'll get back to that after the break. Mainly, I wanted to say that you can find information, all the summaries of all the other sagas that we've played offline, and the ongoing sagas all go into my journal online at bleakseason.com. So you can read up on some lore of the world. You can read up on all the other sagas that have happened before and sort of see where the story is going, or where it's coming from, rather, because no one knows where it's going. And you can find me on the Twitters at the Bleakseason. And with that, a little recap then of the Well. Last week began when three friends were getting together at the Empty Cup Tavern in the underground city of Urkala. These friends are what are known as Grey Eldrin. They are rejected by the society of the Eldrin, who live in the Magisterium in the city of Vale, basically upstairs or in the top world, if you will. Most of them have been rejected. They are treated as second-class citizen. Some of them accept their fate, some don't, and choose to try and fight back a little bit, as much as they can. And that is what our group of friends here has decided to do. They learned last week that the prince of the Magisterium, Prince Velen, who was supposedly now slated to be married to the daughter of the human emperor, in order to cement an alliance that began 50 years ago, and that the daughter of the emperor, Clavia, is in town in these days in order to meet her fiance and to see the city and to be introduced to the people and so on and so forth. So one of the leaders of this rebellion in the Grey Eldrin sphere, a man named Darkhath, is supposedly returning to cause some havoc. And in the meantime, several groups of younger, hungry, rebellious, I don't want to say teenagers, but some of the younger rebellious soldiers, so to speak, in this group have been tasked with hiding or delivering and hiding these rune stones throughout the city at points where the emperor's daughter and the prince may be visiting, that are supposed to create these disturbing images and whatnot, and plead the case of the Grey Eldrin in order to let people outside of the Magisterium know what is happening, specifically in order to let the daughter of the emperor know what she's getting into in marrying one of the Eldrin, and to bring to light the plight of these Grey Eldrin living in the city. And so the group, on the way to taking care of this particular situation, ran into a friend of theirs who required some help. He had been tricked recently into by a bard from one of the colleges of the Magisterium. As a sort of hazing ritual, they have to go out and seduce a Grey Eldrin, and this Grey Eldrin had been taken by this ploy, but had left behind a series of poems and songs that he had stolen from Vivino and passed off as his own. And so the group had to go and to retrieve these. because the friend of theirs had assassinated, unfortunately, the bard that had misled him. Finally, when they arrived there, they uncovered some sort of dark menace where a house that was nearby and that was under some sort of magical protection turned out to be holding a number of creatures with a blue metallic skin and red swords that attacked as soon as they were discovered, and were apparently somehow with their sword attacks causing a plague to start to spread amongst the populace in the area. In fighting these creatures, the players met a brother and sister, Eldrin. The sister's name is Cithriel, and she is a bard, and she has already set Vivino's heart aflutter. So what will happen now? Will Vivino finally get a date? Well, it's not that kind of game, so
Yeah.
I don't know that we're necessarily going to get there. You guys ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We begin tonight with a little flashback, a little look back at an event that occurred about a year ago or so, before Ash had fully embarked on the path of the warlock. Ash, if you recall, back then, still trying to find your way a little bit, you had started fooling around with some magic. You were interested in more magic, but you didn't really know what path you wanted to follow yet. And one of the things that you discovered was this ancient library buried deep beneath Erkala in several of the ruins that are there. And you used to go there all the time because there were still some books that were viable, and you were hopeful to discover certain secrets. That morning, you were carefully making your way through the darkened ruins, as usual, with your little lantern turned low, because as you and every other Grey Eldrin knows, there are dark things that live in the ruins and the shadows beneath Erkala that are very dangerous, so you always try to make sure you don't attract too much attention. And that morning, if you remember, you were quite surprised as you approached the library, which is usually even quieter than a normal library, since usually no one's there, to hear voices. Do you remember what you did that morning?
I immediately put out my lantern and kind of very, very, very trepidatiously sort of sneak off to one of the sides.
As you approach, now that your lantern is extinguished, you really feel the oppressiveness of the environment, the sort of darkness that's pressing in on you, the old ruins, the weird sounds start coming in left and right around you. And as you come around the corner, the voices you hear a little bit more distinctly are speaking in the sort of variation on the Eldrin tongue that the Grey Eldrin speak. You find yourself just a little too far to see what's going on or to really distinguish the words that are being spoken. Do you think that you would step a little closer, perhaps?
I think I hesitate wildly and just kind of go shit. My books. And like minutes go by as he's like on the threshold of stepping further, and steels himself for this choice, and like very like kind of shakily is gonna sneak a little bit closer.
Having no mood ring yet makes it difficult. As you approach, you start to hear two distinct voices. One male and clearly Eldrin, because the accent is perfect. Another one is female, quite younger, and while certainly is speaking the same version of the Elden tongue that you speak is speaking it as someone who has maybe more recently learned it. As you lean around the corner, the first thing you hear is the voice of the male Eldrin who's there say, "Rats, you say?" And as you lean forward, you see this tall, thin Eldrin in a long, dark purple robe with a shock of long white hair and coming down the back. And you can clearly see when he turns around a little bit, he's got like this very pronounced widow's peak, like almost no hair. So, but the front there, his features are very drawn, almost emaciated. He's very, very thin. And you recognize him as you see him. His name is Noir, and he is a warlock of some repute amongst your people, one of the older Eldrins that live in the city. And part of, well, not necessarily part of your rebellion. He seems to be a little kind of set aside from it, a little apart from it, but certainly someone who is friendly with Darkath. When you look, you see that the person he's talking to, quite to your surprise, is a young human girl, perhaps you would estimate in her early teens, and perhaps stranger than everything else is the fact that she's dressed in leathers and furs, as if she just stepped out of the north or something like that. And she's got long red hair in tight tresses, and a leather sash around her. And as you sort of lean in and scope it out, you hear her say, "Yes, in the matter of speaking, just remember they're on our side in this. Get the artifact from them and bring it to me north." "And why should I do this," he says, "and not keep it for myself, little girl?" Then you see like darkness just sort of swirls around her, this sort of weird darkness that looks like grayish smoke with black spots in it. And as it coalesces inside her hand, you see a staff appear in her hands. And the staff is this black, polished, perhaps wood or something like that, but very, very polished, almost gleaming, and it's capped with the head of a snake. "Because this," she says, "will be more useful to you." He gasps and he says, "Is that?" She says, "Yes, or rather 1/4 of it. Your friend Darkath has one. I've need of the other two. Serve me well, Noir." And she hands the staff over to him. He looks at it almost reverentially. "Can you make an Arcana check for me, please?"
I'd love to. That's a 4.
You are so taken in by the scene that you're unable to really focus your senses on the item, and you're just sort of bewildered by sort of what you're seeing. But you see Noir take it and sort of hold it very reverentially, and then he drops to one knee in front of the girl and says, "Yes, lady." Then she reaches into her bag and she pulls out an apple and she hands it to him. And she says the name, and then she steps back and starts to vanish. Is Fugue. You see Noir take the apple, give a little chuckle, put it under his jacket, and he turns and he's coming towards where you're going to be, where you're hiding.
I don't think I'm very well hid. There are no. Is there like? Am I? If I move away to like get in a better position, is there like rubble? Will I be making noise, or like?
You could try. You could give me a stealth check if you want, and we'll see if you can manage to sort of squirrel yourself away.
Yeah, I'd love to, but that's a 7.
So there's a great spot. There's like an old stairway nearby, and just underneath it, you could kind of crawl underneath there and sort of hide out, and you'd be hidden. So you kind of scuttled away really quickly as you hear him tap tap as he's moving forward with the staff, and
Hmm.
you kind of get under there, and he walks past, and you hear nothing for a moment, and then you hear him say, "Far from home, little Eldrin. Best you go home. This place can be dangerous."
It. Oh, I come here to read.
Reading is good.
Danger in the text or danger in the place?
Then you see his face come right in the opening of the stairs.
Hello.
Knowledge in these books. Knowledge is always a dangerous thing. And he winks at you, and he gives you the apple. Then he walks off.
Okay, I'm just gonna sit here not moving until I can't hear him anymore because I don't think I can stomach the embarrassment of giving away my hiding place again. Is it? What is this apple like? This is like a normal. We don't
It's
get
a
a lot of
nice, very
apples.
beautiful red apple.
Does it look like I should eat it, or does it? That's a dumb thing to do. But Ashma, hold on, he's
It
curious.
looks pretty appetizing.
You see, nobody sees this. I guess Asha's just underneath the staircase in this rune library, just going, but this is a stupid idea. I should not. But they always say to take. I mean, okay, and then he takes a bite of the apple.
You take a bite of the apple, and as you bite into it, then the juices fill your mouth, and it's the sweetest, most amazing thing you've tasted in, who knows how long. You chew on it, so content, and then suddenly, from somewhere off in the distance, that banjo music that's playing.
Uh-oh. Yeah. I'm also very hungry, so I just keep eating the apple, and then I get up and walk towards the banjo music.
The banjo music. And as you follow the sounds of the banjo music, eating your apple, Butcher, your eyes open up. You were having some weird dream. You actually have no clue what's going on, what's happening. Where are you? What's up?
Okay, so Butcher wakes up. He's got this headache, maybe a bit like some bit of swelling. Kind of, looks down at where he's at. Like, you could tell he's like basically he was laying sleep in a pile of refuse somewhere. Notices that what looks like fresh cuts on his knuckles were starting to heal over finally, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's right. I was drinking and fighting again. I don't know if I won the last one." So I get up, realize that I must have left my most of my things where I usually leave them because I'm apparently shirtless. I get my things. I go gather my stuff, my stash, and I knew there was something on my mind. Wait, forgetting something. What time is it?
It's early afternoon.
Shit, I'm late for a meeting. The empty cup.
That's right.
Yeah.
Where friends are gathering. I also want to point out that you found your stuff, but you did not find your shirt.
Right. I still have my Hallberg.
You
can wear that over top.
It's gonna be a little rubby, but yeah, you can.
That's gonna feel uncomfortable. I've been through worse.
Fantasy chafing.
Fantasy cheating. Right. Anyway.
So you rush over to the tavern.
Mm-hmm.
You cut through the Gaudy Hall, as it's known, the marketplace area here in Arcala, where most of the communal living sort of happens. There's a few vendors here and there of people who have stuff that they've managed to scavenge or kind of acquire, usually from the top world. A few little vegetable and root stands, things of that nature. But the main attraction is always the empty cup, which little tavern that sits in the far corner. When you get there, the table out front, there's one large table, and usually when you and your friends gather here, this is where you sit, is covered by all sorts of food, all sorts of untouched flagons of ale and wine, and all these eel pies are stacked up on there. And people are just kind of eyeing them now, like wondering, is it okay to go and get them, or not too sure. There's kind of a little crowd that's amassing, but no one's kind of daring to go near there. And you can see in the doorway the waitress is sort of like looking confused, also not too sure if she should go in and pick all that stuff up, but there's like a whole feast that's just lying there, which reminds you that you're a little hungry when you see all that food.
Oh, hell yeah. So this is all in front of me, and I'm thinking they already left, didn't they? I look around. This is the waitress. Is the waitress the only one who's really, like, in terms of staff there, that's like paying attention to the situation, or can I like see somebody else that?
Yeah,
recognize
there's
that?
nearby. There's a friend of Vivino's, Osawan, who's also a bard, who often plays the lute here to entertain guests, and you can see her sitting nearby, and she's got this little cracked cup in front of her, and she's like pulling out the few little bits and pieces that people have given her as she was playing earlier throughout the day. But you can see as she's going through the cup that she holds up what appears to be like a golden coin, which is something that you've never really seen before. Like, it's more money than you've ever seen her in been close. You've heard of golden coins, the people upstairs have them, but you've never really encountered them. And she pulls it, and she seems really surprised, and she does the old testing it, and she's like, she probably knows sort of what's been happening.
Okay, I'm gonna go over to
Hey, butcher.
Hey,
see this? Is this what I think it is?
Yeah, that looks like gold to me. You doing pretty well today?
I think it was your friend there, Tovin. He was just, I don't know, buying stuff left, right, and center. He bought all that food. Are your friends going to come back to finish this, or?
Who's Tobin?
Yeah, so Tovin's this guy you try to forget. He's kind of a hanger-on. He's a wannabe bard. He hangs around Vivino a lot, trying to, learn the secrets from the master. You don't like him necessarily very much. He's not someone who really contributes much, and actually hearing that he was buying food or throwing money around is quite a surprise, actually. Like, he's like a perennial loser.
Well, that's a little strange. I wonder where you got that kind of money.
I don't know, but he was dressed real fine too. He had like this I don't even know what material it was, but it was kind of shiny and golden, and like this shirt with these big billowing. He had this huge hat with this beautiful it was quite something.
A walking target, I see. All right. Where's everybody else?
Oh, so someone came to take him to Coriel. One of his goons there with the head thing and the mask and the really scary guys came to get them. I think he had a job for them.
You didn't hear anything about it, I assume.
No, not just that Coriel wanted to see them. So I'm assuming that they would have gone to they would have gone to the blah 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 blah, the buried hall, which is where Coriol and his men sort of hang out. I mean, it wasn't that long ago, maybe hour and a half or so. You might be able to run into them if you run out there, but I think people are about to like raid this place and take all that food if your friends don't come back. So if you're hungry, I would probably suggest taking some of it with you.
Yeah, I was a bit more. Thanks for letting me know. And
Yeah, no
just-
problem. If you see Tovin, tell him that for this amount of money, I'll sing for him anytime.
I'd be a little more worried of what kind of trouble he got himself into to have that.
You know, Tovin, it's probably no big deal. He's probably just like, some
sharks, maybe.
Yeah. He probably bumped off some old rich Eldrin granny somewhere and, stole her hat.
Probably would make sense. All right, take it easy. And
Hey,
he turns
thanks.
around, back to the table, goes and reaches down, grabs like one of the eel pies, and it, like sees somebody coming up to the tables already, like they're kind of like in his way. He's like, buzz off, and grabs one of the mugs of
Can
one
we
of the
get some of
drinks.
that too, man?
Who the fuck you want?
And on that note, like a whole bunch of people like starts coming in, and in a matter of like 10 seconds, the table's empty.
Ron, as I swear. All right. Well, with that, I got my food, I got my drink, the hair of the dog. Here we go. I'm heading to the buried halls.
As you head down towards the buried halls, you go down. It's a little bit further down. It's sort of where the elders of the sort of rebellion movement kind of plot and scheme. As you go down there, you notice it's kind of quiet. There's not a lot of people around. You do see one of those guards, like Coriol's got these 6. Supposedly they're 6, but they all look exactly the same, and you've never seen all 6 in the same room. So as far as you know, it's just the same one that always keeps popping up. But he's got these 6 sort of right-hand men that like do all his bidding, and they're always like dressed like for the part, with the black leathers and the weapons everywhere and the hoods and the masks and the whole 9 yards. So for all it's all the same guy, but some of them look decidedly female, so who knows. But you see one of them sort of stepping out of the headquarters as you approach. We're done for today, man. It's all right. We got all the help we need.
No, I was supposed to be part of something here.
So,
I'm just
you're too late.
Well, that's somebody else's problem. Look, I need to get in there and talk to Coriol, and I got to meet up with my guys.
Which crew you with?
Part of Coriol's crew.
Yeah, I know, but he's got a whole bunch of you little lab dogs running around.
Fuck. All right, hold up. Ash, Bane. That ring a bell?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they were here earlier.
Yeah. All right, you gonna let me in? No, wait. They already leave?
Yeah, they got their job, and they took off with some other. He had like a broad brimmed hat with a huge feather and this like gold. I don't even know what that was. It was just a shiny gold material shirt with the big sleeves, and I don't even know what that was. Took off with them. They went off over, and he points up the stairs to the tunnels up there.
You're going up into the tunnels. All right.
Look, I'm not gonna bring in to talk to Coriol. You want to find out what your friends are doing, and find your friends and see if they'll let you in on this, because you guys, your number got drawn and you're about to hit the big times. And I don't know where you were. Maybe you're going fishing or something. But if you miss that boat, man, it's not gonna sail again.
All right then. Well, thanks for the tip.
No problem. Yeah, he was wearing this weird perfume too, like it smelled like elderberries or something. Maybe you can, get up there and just, take a sniff. Maybe you can follow them by scent.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll probably hear him before I see him. He
Probably.
waves off as he's walking away.
Unless they're all dead. So you start going up into the tunnels that he pointed, and those tunnels are leading up to the surface. So you're kind of starting to wonder what the hell's going to happen. And then as you're kind of crawling through and sort of, finding your way, like squeezing sideways, and at some point you're coming up kind of around the bend and you hear from around the corner, damn it, where are they? Can't sit here all day. Maybe I should just, it's your fault too. And then you hear like thudding sound.
What does that sound like?
Suspicious. That's what it sounds like.
All right, we draw closer.
As you draw closer, you notice the smell of elderberries is floating in the air, and the along the wall of the tunnel that you're in, there's like a little alcove that opens up, and from inside, you hear a thudding sound like someone pounding meat or something, and just hear someone saying, "I hate you! I hate you! I hate you!"
Normal stuff.
Yeah.
It's like you hear in the
normal
caves.
shit you find in the tunnels.
Yeah.
What else is gonna go on in an alcove?
Man.
Okay. Yeah, all right. I'll wait. Let me just follow up with finding out what the hell is this.
I forget, guys. Did you had him burn the clothes?
I thought we had burned the whole body.
We burned the
think-
whole thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you'd burned the body too. I forgot about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
We
So
definitely had him take the clothes off and put his clothes back on, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because those were
Yeah, so when you look inside the alcove, first of all, the stench of like bacon, like fried meat,
bacon and elderberries. That's
It's
what you
your
need for a
nose.
hangover.
Beautiful.
and you see this Eldrin that you recognize as Tovin, dressed in his usual kind of drags and whatnot, and there's like a pile of burnt stuff and what looks like the remains of a body that's been charred beyond recognition, and he's got like a little stick, and he's just like pounding into this dead body going, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, and just beating this thing like, oh man.
Normal stuff.
Yeah, normal shit. Whatever Tovito is getting up to all the time. What the fuck? Okay. That anybody else? Just Tovito and this burnt corpse?
Yeah. But there's like in this little alcove, there's like you can see candles, and there's like like a little bed that's been arranged in a corner, like with some covers and some mattress and stuff, and
Okay. It's just I come up behind
Tovin.
Tovino. Tovin.
What oh, Butcher. Oh man.
Calm down, man. What the fuck are you doing?
What? Oh, this? No, just working out a little bit of frustration.
I see. Realized I could smell you before I even got here.
Really? Over the smell of...
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, it's disgusting, man. That and this. No. You gotta lay up on that.
Well, it's not me. It was his clothes.
Oh, you brought it, so whatever. Where the hell is everybody else?
Oh,
They said they went up here with you.
yeah. He like picks himself up and he sits on the corpse. Yeah, they were... Look, they got into some trouble, man. Vivino left some of his papers upstairs in some guy's house somewhere, and I think they went up there to get them back because They were afraid that it was going to connect him to the murder of this guy here. I don't know what happened here. This is just a mess, man.
Okay.
But they went topside to look for Vivino's. Yeah, he left like some plays and some poems and stuff in some guy's house.
Okay. And what were you doing with them? It's kind of asking. Also, why are you spending so much money over down in the tavern?
Oh, no,
I
I did.
realize that's gonna get you in some shit.
Yeah, no, okay, that wasn't very smart. I did a job and I got a little bit of coin and I just wanted to flaunt it a little bit, like, spread it around, buy stuff for my friends, my friends like you and Vivino and the others. You always taking care of me, so I thought maybe I'd take care of you for once. I bought all these heel pies and no one had any.
Yeah. Well, feel good. I had one.
Oh, really? Was it good?
Yeah, it was all right.
You don't have any left, do you? I'm a little peckish.
Sorry, man. I woke up, hangover, gotta eat the whole thing.
All right. Well, look, they're supposed to be coming back here any time now. Would you mind watching this guy for a minute?
He's not going anywhere.
I know, but just in case, we don't want anyone to find him, is what I'm saying.
All right. Well, where are you going?
Dude, I've been cooped up in here for a couple hours at a few eel pies. I'm just gonna go take care of some bait. I'll be right back. Just don't touch anything.
You know what? Yeah, you get out of here. Looking down at the corpse.
See, skedaddles. As you're standing there looking down at this corpse and the remains of the burned clothing, you see the remains of what was probably a nice big broad brimmed hat with a feather kind of burn, and then some yellow. You don't even know what that thing is. It's kind of shiny gold, but it's really kind of like all burnt now. But definitely those clothes, those threads were really, really sort of expensive. And the dead body that's charred there is quite obviously Eldrin.
Like, we're talking topside Eldrin.
Well, it's hard to tell the difference, like physiologically, aside from some skin pigmentation and some hair color.
Yeah.
The two are very similar, but what I'm saying is that it's obviously not like a human or something else that would be really weird to find down here.
Yeah, you're right. That would be really hard to tell them apart right now. Okay.
So you hang out with the corpse?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna hang out with a corpse. I've got not much else to do since I've already I got this room to myself. This alcove, he says alcove.
There's some books. There's some books of poetry and songs that you could read. There's probably a flagon of wine.
Flagon of wine. Yeah, I might sip through that a little bit.
Tastes a little old, but you've had worse. About a half hour later, you hear voices coming down the tunnel as Vivino, Osh, and Fadrin? How do you?
Fane. Yeah, Fane.
Fane, that's right. I wasn't sure what was the shortened version you were using.
Yeah.
And Fane, you were walking down the corridor, heading back after your encounter. Topside, realizing that it's getting kind of late, and if you want to get to the conservatory by nightfall, you're probably going to have to hustle back pretty soon. But got to deal with Tovin first.
Definitely.
But yeah, Butcher, you hear their voices as they're approaching down the hall.
So I hear their voices.
It's not even that bad. It's just he took the ones that they were trash. What was he trying to prove?
Look, we just walk away from what happened and you talk about your stupid poems.
Well, that's what's got us in this whole thing anyway.
You both accounted yourselves well. Once we deal with Tovin, we'll be able to get back to the business at hand.
Okay.
What we're doing with Dark Hath is way more important than this moppet down here.
We're throwing out. we're throwing something in the way of someone. It's not that great.
Oh,
Apparently,
no.
he need 3 of us to do it. 4 if Butcher was somewhere.
Right. Well, I think we're expendable, Ash.
And as you turn the corner and look into the alcove, you see Butcher.
Okay, Tovin, what the fuck?
I
Hey, it's
finished taking a
Butcher.
drag.
Hey.
I finished taking a drag from the wine. What the hell did I miss?
Okay.
Bane's gonna cross the room, and in a very like Arnold and Carl Weathers kind of way, he's gonna come up and he's gonna grab an arm with Butcher. They have a
Yes.
moment. They have a macho moment, and he says, "Way too much, my friend. Way too much." And you can see that there's like gore and stuff splattered on the front of my tunic. You could tell we've definitely seen some action. There's a little bit of a bruise forming on the one part of my chin that's exposed from my Eldrin helmet that I wear. And I turn to the other two.
Where is Tovin?
He ran off to get some food.
Oh shit.
Of course
Okay.
he did.
How long ago did he
telling
do
me
this?
I should. That was not that long ago. You telling me I shouldn't have let him go?
No.
Not
let him go
anymore. You sit on his victim.
His Vic.
He killed
Yeah.
that one from topside.
Yeah.
Is that where you got the damn clothes from?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the money.
Yeah.
That
And the
motherfucker.
spectacle of walking
He
around
killed-
town showing everybody that he did it.
Yeah. It's
And then he came and
never-
found us and got us entangled. So welcome.
But
Mhm.
he already had me entangled. He took my poems and one of my plays and gave it to a Eldrin bard.
He was looking to get his fiddle plucked, and it turned out that now there's somebody fucking dead. Okay. I mean, now here, like they said, we're in the middle of things. So, how long ago did he leave?
A half hour.
Yeah, like a half hour ago, roughly.
No.
Did he say where he was going?
Does he ever?
He was talking about getting some food, mentioned eel pies. Of course, whatever you guys had left at the table, I had a little bit of it.
Well, that's
I-
fine. Blood
It's gone
moon.
now, so if he actually was going to go do that, he's definitely not going to stay there long.
I don't think we have time to track down our little bullshit friend.
No.
Well,
We're running out of time.
we've got Eno's stuff back. The body's burnt far enough. I don't think it's going to be tied back to us in any way, shape, or form.
I mean, we kind of set fire to that whole house, so I don't know.
Well,
Yeah, that'll solve it.
Also, hey Butcher, have you ever seen one of these? And I'll use silent image to make one of the little metallic blue skinned creatures.
So
Here.
what you see, Travis, and
Mhm.
I didn't know he was going to do this for you. So
Nice.
It's brilliant.
yeah.
That's
So,
what I love.
Travis, just take a look at Owlbear Rodeo, and I'll show you a quick image of the thing that they're talking about.
Yar.
Oh boy.
Face that appears to be that of it has pointed ears, somewhat like an Eldrin, but they're like doubly pointed, so that there's 2 strands, and the tips are red, and then the skin is blue and appears almost metallic in sheen, and the face looks kind of desiccated, not rotten or like an undead or something like that, but just really kind of like almost like like an old corpse that with the skin has just get dried out almost, and the with the nose hole and all that. So it looks like just this old kind of corpse, and the eyes are sort of red and very baleful.
4 of them topside in some sort of warehouse or something. And they came out, had a little bit of a scuffle. Luckily, we were able to survive the encounter due to our strength of arms.
I think it
But,
was 5.
Well, okay.
Well, plus the victims.
Plus the victims.
Right. They can infect people that they bite or kill. So that was fun.
Yeah, it's really sad. They're very. You can't heal them.
Yeah, we had to kill some Eldrin. It was very sad. I'm torn up all about it. But luckily, yeah, we're here. But I'm not sure how this ties into anything we have to deal with Tobin, but I do know it's a big deal.
Also, we need to get going.
Yes, maybe we ask
Yeah.
Darka later.
The word to Eldrin, who got entranced with the whole thing too.
There were.
Yeah, you know, maybe he's going to get his fiddle plucked. We'll
Mm.
see. But
What are you talking about?
oh, I saw you making eyes at that Eldrin.
I couldn't even look at her. What are you talking about? I saw her from when we turned and never mind.
There
Couldn't
was a
even look
very
at her. That's
pretty
all you
Eldrin.
could look at.
Never mind.
Oh, you got another fad, huh?
She didn't even hear me play. I don't know.
Actually,
She don't know what she's missing.
Maybe that's for the best if you're going to pursue. But
Oh, very funny. Very funny.
a female and a male Eldrin. They used some magics. They healed us, and they did help. I'll give them that. But
We saved our lives.
I'll have the female and male Eldrin take down the image of the blue.
Okay.
Picture.
Ash, don't.
And then look
Don't get
right
too
at
excited,
Eno. Look
Eno.
right
It's
at
not real.
Eno.
It's not real.
And
don't
then
do
just
that. Don't do that. That's she's. I mean, actually, that's pretty good. Actually,
yes.
that.
Do you
Wow.
need to be alone for a minute, or can we get back to business at hand?
How am I going to be alone? Ash is the one making the image. I can't cut his arm off and take it with me. You know.
No.
That'd
I
probably be
mean,
the less weird thing of the whole game.
I
To be
don't think
honest.
that's how it works, no.
Pretty sure that's not how it works.
So, what do you think? Where you heading?
Well, we definitely have our mission to secure the Rune Stone. I'll actually show this to Butcher. It's a small little stone that has some runes etched into it, and I'll
Mhm.
explain to him that basically they want us to take this, and we need to go up. There's a bit of a parade, I guess you could say. The princess is going to come through here. We need to get this secured in a way that she can see it. It's going to bring knowledge of what happens down here to the surface. That way she knows what she's getting into when she decides to come out here and join in a union. Now,
yes,
as
and
Eno, so go ahead. Sorry.
we don't need to hurt anyone to do this. We activate Rune, we make sure it gets seen, and then we
Right. No
get
violence.
the fuck out.
The violence. We did not want violence. The first time, we don't want violence this time.
As you were saying that, Scoozy, your mood ring flashed briefly, little orange with black sparkles throughout.
Fuck. Okay, some violence, but only if necessary. And okay, there's lots of. It's princess, right? So probably lots of guards. There are just 4 of us.
We don't. Yeah, we're not going to fight. That would be suicide.
Yeah, you really think that we're just gonna waltz right up there and just hand over a rune stone?
No,
with
we don't
maps?
hand it. We maybe hide in alley or doorway or.
I can walk up to them because I can be one of them.
We just need to activate it,
Oh.
and she sees it. That's the mission. And we're apparently messengers. We're good enough to be fighters down here, but we're messengers upstairs. So
It's
that's how
better
the
than
Eldrin like
fighting.
it, I'm sure.
Wait, can I try something? Fane, can you? And I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and try to take the Rune Stone just for a second. Can I borrow just for a second? Just for one moment.
Of course.
Okay, so I take Mage Hand and the Rune Stone, and where the Rune Stone is hovering in the air, I can also cast Silent Image and make an Eldrin appear. Is the Mage Hand enough to activate the Rune Stone? I don't want to activate it. Shoot, nope, can't. I won't know. I won't know until we get up there.
No, it's fine. Like you would have to
Burn.
you'd have to
All our faces
intentionally do
melt
it.
off like in Raiders of the Lost Ark. You know?
Tobin
Well,
returns
mission
here.
complete.
There's 4 burned bodies.
That's it. That's it.
Mission failed.
And this was the well. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Well, that was the well.
It's a deep subject.
That will turn out to be pretty shallow. So you don't do that?
No, sure as hell don't do that. I hand it back to Fane and say, okay, never mind. I don't know.
No, it's okay. I can turn into a guard and then like let us through or something, or like let us get away, that kind of thing. Like
If
I'm
it
good
comes
for
down to it.
I'm good for escape. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm saying. Is
Yeah.
not
Well,
all-
escape. I got us covered for escape. I have a butcher and I have old tricks.
I have new tricks.
So you start
Oh.
going back the way you just came. So it takes about an hour to get back up to the top, because of the switchbacks and the kind of the sort of difficulty. You emerge again in the area sort of where you popped out in the sewers, but you head into a different direction as you head towards what is called the Conservatory. So there in the Magisterium, there are several colleges. As you know, the Eldrin of the Magisterium are very steeped in magic, and all the various forms of magic, be it sorcery or wizardry or warlock, bardic, etc., all have their own colleges that people attend, and the Conservatory is the bard one, and the bards are celebrated really above all else, above all other forms of magic in the Magisterium. So the Conservatory is sort of like one of the main places, one of the main attractions in the city, one of the main areas where there's a lot of people that travel through there. And when you head on up there,
Here we go.
yeah, you arrive in the area, and you find it already. There's a lot of people here, and there's definitely a kind of in the air, a kind of a lot of excitement. It's you can sort of imagine it's kind of like people lining up before the the president or the queen or the pope, or someone sort of drives by. Like what you were told was that there were several places that they were going to be visiting, but no one had an itinerary, and because of that, they just wanted people to they dispatched several groups like you to each of the different itineraries to make sure that wherever they ended up going to that night, the place would be covered. So as you arrive here in this area, here we have Vivino, here we have Fane. You don't need Tobin right now.
Or ever.
Butcher.
Here we go.
And Osh. So you have guards. The golden dudes here are city guards that are posted in the area, sort of, keeping an eye on things. I would think that likely at some point, Vivino, you would have been up here. Like it would have certainly have been a thing for bards from Ercala to come up here and just see the Conservatory, if only to kind of torture yourself with, the place you would never be able to go. And you would think there's not more guards than they were at one time or twice or whenever that you've come here, but there's definitely more people sort of lining the streets. So the Conservatory is this building over here. So there's a couple of guards that are posted outside the Conservatory door. And then people are sort of, lining the streets and waiting, hoping to catch a glimpse of the prince and the daughter of the emperor, Claudia Impera. As you sort of come up from an alley down here somewhere, and are sort of crouching out in the shadows. There are people on the rooftops here. Sorry, I'm going to put the pointer. There are people on rooftops here, and then the rest of the people are kind of in the streets. So it's like a cross area. And this is Conservatory. So you arrive, crawling out of the shadows down there.
On the way up, I would have informed Butcher of all of the different information that we were given by it's Coriel. Yeah, by Coriel. That way he's up to speed, all the stuff that you just told us. Also, I take a moment to put on, now that we're on a mission, I actually take streaks of some red paint, rub it around my eyes, and streak it partially down my cheeks, line it with some white. It's just a thing that I do, a little victory face I like to wear when we go do things like this.
Very subtle, Fane.
Putting
well,
on
I'm
that
at the
game
helmet,
face.
so it's Fane's all about subtlety. So
Yes, you are.
And it's all like, freedom!
So when we get to the surface, there's going to be a little word spoken and a little hand gesture, and you're now looking at an Eldrin guard
All right.
in Eno's place.
I can do that for you.
fancy.
Sweet. All right. Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to give
First
an
of all,
opening.
who's got the stone?
I believe I still have
Okay,
the
Fane.
stone.
So I give opening, and then you where are we putting it?
Well, we must get human princess attention first. Yes, maybe somehow. Otherwise, they just drive off.
So we wait for her to come out of conservatory?
You don't know if she's in a conservatory, right? The idea is that they may be coming to visit the conservatory. Like, they may be going to a number of other...
So, all right, I will go ask the guards if they're here.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna tap him on the shoulder and give him guidance.
Nice.
Nice. The rest of you, while he walks over to talk to a guard, are you just milling about in the streets? Are you trying to find some cover? What are you doing? So for Travis, it's not uncommon to see a gray eldrin on the streets up here. It would be
Okay.
uncommon to see 4 armed, aggressive-looking gray eldrin on
Would
the
be
streets,
concerning.
but seeing an eldrin, a gray eldrin or two, like some of these houses use them as servants. Some of them, like there are some of them that live up here. Some just live up here in the streets, also, and in the alleys and stuff. So it's not uncommon, but definitely a group of 3 or 4 armed and sort of serious-looking eldrin a gray eldrin would draw some attention.
I would definitely be staying back a little bit.
So unfortunately, I'm thinking between me and Fane, it's definitely like the 2 most concerning looking individuals.
Oh, it's just me and the fighter boys. Oh. Is there?
So, I got a shield on my back. I got a sword and everything. It's like wearing a halberd. I'm pretty sure that stands out as that guy actually is, could aggress.
So
And you got Fane putting on the paint.
If you wanted to do something freaking like put on a disguise or cast it, like I'll let you do that preemptively to having shown up here if you want, but you just gotta tell me what it is you want to do, or if you want to just make a stealth roll and kind of hang out in the alley or something.
I'm gonna have to, considering the amount of work it's gonna take to try and disguise how I look. So with what I have carried on me, I would think I'm gonna have to go with the stealth roll and try to. I'm gonna have to stay out of sight just for long enough to let.
I'm also assuming that you're wearing like cloaks or over your weapons and stuff, like not making an effort, not trying to attract attention.
Okay. Yeah.
So I guess all of you make a stealth roll. The 3 of you that are there make a stealth roll, and then we'll kind of see what you get up to, and we'll figure out.
7.
15.
4.
Oh, great. Cool.
Mhm.
So
I have disadvantage on stealth because I'm wearing chainmail.
It's
Damn.
beautiful.
So,
Oh.
Ash,
That's right.
like you find a little corner and kind of squeeze yourself into like a doorway or something, and you're not carrying too, so you kind of meld pretty good. But basically, what was your role, Travis?
It was a 7, and I actually realized that I had disadvantage too.
All right.
But I rolled again. It wasn't any worse.
You better. So, the other two are basically doing the equivalent of a couple of street punks in late 1970s Britain, kicking car doors and playing a boombox and scaring the genteel old British ladies just out to go and get some kitty litter or something. Like they're hanging around the side of the street, and you can see they think they're trying to kind of hide, but like Butcher's cloak keeps flapping up and revealing his shield with like, death to light held on written on it or whatever he's got going on in that business. And all, like literally there's a show going on.
Like hurling fucking cats. Okay. Listen.
Yeah.
And that your ring is like sparking off every other color that it's just a lot of excitement going on.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Okay. Can I I noticed that they're not doing such a good job of
Yeah, like you're looking at them and you feel unsafe, like
not the first time.
It's
Certainly
like
not the
we're
last.
trying to stay out of sight, but it's just like, we're big, we're bulky, we got
Yeah.
things
Okay,
going on
okay,
here, and
listen.
we're also eyeing up where he's going. Gotta keep track of where he is, because shit, if we blink and lose track of him, then how are we gonna know which one is him?
Are there like crates or something around here nearby? Any sort of additional
So as you're sort of scoping around, you hear from across the street where you are. There's a building, but there's like a low fence that separates it from the next building. Almost like there's like an alleyway or something there, and there's like a little fence, and you hear coming from there like very faint banjo music emanating from behind there.
so it's like across the street in full view of all the guards.
Yeah,
right?
like getting across the street would be a thing, but then looks like there might be like kind of a little garden or something back there you could hop into and kind of.
Sure. Okay. Butcher and Fane, you're not doing so great here. You look like you're about to fight me, and that is not the vibe we were going for. I don't think. As a whole.
Hey, this is a serious situation, unfortunately.
Right.
They're going to be kind of high.
We have to show a strong front when we're up here.
No, don't show any front yet. Show your behind until we have to show front.
Oh, you want me to moon them?
Okay, hold on.
I don't think so.
I see alley there if we can cross, and there's a little fence. Maybe we go in there and just wait it out. And I'm gonna. You see right over there, the little fence.
Yeah, we see.
Yeah, I think I see it.
Some nice music play.
You guys don't hear any music.
Music.
It's fine. Little fence. We hop fence and we wait for.
The alley here. Like there's like a little fence under. You can't see because of the rooftops, but there's like a little fence there, and it looks like you can probably get in there and maybe even get in here in this like little sort of hidden courtyard. And then you could like keep an eye over the wall or whatnot.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So Asha's gonna kind of walk over to the fence and just act like I'm gonna do the silent image thing that like takes a lot of focus and try to look not like a gray eldrin, at least just skin hue, just like my face, and kind of look like a curious onlooker, and then kind of gesture for them to hop the fence.
All right. So just give me a D20 roll, guys. Not you, Scooz, just the other two.
Well, that's very good.
Straight D20. Here we go.
Just a D20.
12.
10.
Okay. So that's good. I was like, 10 and above, they'll be all right. So you guys are all right. So you managed to get across just as this guard, it looks like he's gonna maybe pay attention. Eno is coming up to him, so he looks over at Eno and he kind of misses you. And so you guys managed to get in there and kind of up the fence, and you find yourself in this little courtyard that looks a little too small for you, but that's big enough for you guys to kind of hide in. There's a couple of elves over there, but there's the eaves that you can sort of hide under, and so it's like a little hidden courtyard, and there's like a railing, but there's like trees and stuff, so you can kind of hide behind and sort of get a glimpse of what's going on in the street.
Much better.
And when you get there, the banjo music disappears. But you guys never heard banjo, just Scooz.
I'm gonna.
Under his breath, Fane will say to Butcher, they came to me earlier and said that they saw one of the pit fights and we were needed for this. And here we are sneaking around and trying to be sneaky and trying not to do anything.
I feel like they're expecting a lot more to happen.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just glad you're here. I'm glad I've got somebody else who understands the gravity of the situation. And he kind of gives Ash a look.
A little disdainful look.
Yeah. But before he turns and he looks back out to the street.
Just in time to see Eno approaching the guard. So, Eno, as you're approaching, first of all, the map doesn't really do justice to the city, but the city is very colorful and very full of trees and plants of all colors. And whenever you come up here, all of you, but especially you, Eno, with your, sensitive poetic soul, you feel, I'm going to let you decide how you feel about it. You either like sort of feel really, I guess, inspired and moved, and you find it beautiful and you bask in it, or you feel the fact that this is not part of your life regularly, kind of as a bit of a stab. So I'm going to let you decide how you feel about it, but one way or the other, it's definitely a strong emotion that you feel when you see this, because it's so different and it's so otherworldly, really, compared to where you live in Urkala, amongst the ruins, amongst the darkness, amongst the, not necessarily the squalor, but people don't have a lot, and people kind of make do. Everything is very drab and kind of gray, and you as a bard probably kind of feel it more than most. But you come up here and there's trees and plants of all sorts of color. People are dressed in beautiful, vibrant colors of clothing, all different things. You hear music everywhere. You always hear people talking, laughing, something you don't hear downstairs. So I don't know how you feels about it, but I'll let you decide, and I'll let you tell us sort of how you feel, particularly in this moment as you walk into this plaza.
So he's not really going to be looking around. He's going to be looking right at the guard and put a big smile on his face. And right when he gets up to him, instead of greeting him, he just goes, "I love the air up here, don't you?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
You okay?
Oh, I'm great. I just heard something crazy though. I heard that a princess is coming to the conservatory.
You mean the prince?
Well, the human princess and our prince.
She's not a princess. She's the daughter of an emperor. I think they called her the Impera.
Oh, I didn't remember that. I wasn't listening when they said that.
It's okay, humans. Who knows?
I mean, it's kind of, like that's some ego,
Well, look, above my pay grade, man. Like, really, if I waste too much of my time thinking about, human hegemony and all that, I'm just like, I don't have it, man.
I'm
just
with
do my
you.
job.
I'm with you. I mean, but I heard that they're going to be here, though. That's kind of cool, right?
Yeah, I don't know. They might be coming here. They might be going to one of the other colleges tonight.
But what other college is there, right? This is the college.
Yeah, but maybe they're gonna work their way up to it. Like if you're
What-
sure the best place first, then everything else kind of looks like a little drab by comparison. But if you sort of scale it up as you go, then
I mean, that's one way of looking at it. But personally, I think this is the place you go, and it sets off everything else.
I can tell you're a fan of music.
Oh, love it. It's my my sister is a bard here.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, that's impressive.
yeah, she's really good.
Would I have heard of her?
No, she's still studying. She's still working her way up, but she is very talented.
Well, your family must be really proud.
We are. We're very proud of her.
Oh, nice. Well, congratulations.
Oh, and I mean, I don't play, but she does. She's really good. I'm
For her, good for maybe she'll get to serenade the prince and whatever.
Wow, wouldn't that be something,
Bringing around with him,
right?
And
Just-
look at these people just lined up to get a glimpse of it. It's a little, I don't know, it's a little ghoulish.
Yeah, but I mean, it's our prince. We don't get to see him all that often. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
So, do you need anything? I'm supposed to go get some. Like, I'm not sure what they want me to get. I was just told to get refreshment for guards.
Oh, you're bringing
What?
wine.
Oh, you need some wine.
No, we're not gonna drink wine. I was
Oh.
kidding.
Well,
Just down the
well-
street there. Well, I know that there's the Conservatory Cafe just down the street there. Maybe you can
You
get
want
us some water at least or something.
Yeah, sure. Some water. Are you hungry?
I could eat.
Okay.
And maybe they have those little flaky things that they roll over and they put that like little savory brown cream in the middle and like they make it like a little like a half moon kind of thing, or what do they call those things?
I don't remember. You know what though? I remember looking at. I don't think I've ever had one, but
Well, if they have them and they gave you money, I guess to.
Oh yeah, it's on the captain's dime. It's not
Really?
like they. Yeah, it's not like they pay me enough.
The captain.
Yeah.
Well, I certainly wouldn't have thought that she had it in her to be nice.
I don't know if it's nice so much as like a reward. Reward for loyalty, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I guess.
She's a bit.
Right, it's good. It's a good thing they finally recognize that.
Yeah, we work damn hard. We do. Okay, I will get you some.
Keep the streets safe is what we do.
That's right. And the streets are really safe. They're really safe these days. We're doing a great job. So I will get you some water and one of those half moon shaped brown filled things. And I'll find out what the name of that is. Actually, is what
what's your name?
I am Valenvino. Yeah.
That's funny. We haven't met before.
I'm a weekend. It's just the first week for me, so that's why they got me running errands.
Oh, okay. Well,
Still hazing me.
welcome to the gang.
Thanks. What was your name again?
Numera.
Numera. Nice to meet. Nice to be on the same force with you.
Now go get me my pastry.
You got it. Here I go.
Hurry up, Boots.
As he walks past, can I cast message and say, "Okay, is Impera inside or what?"
Which way is the cafe?
It's just down here. See the awning here?
Okay, yeah. As I walk by, I have no fucking clue. He's a boring ass guard. I'll, I'll, I'll get back to you.
I'll cast message again. You have to respond to my message, so I don't know how you're gonna get back to me.
I don't know either. I don't know these things. I don't have this weird talking thing. God.
Ash, where the fuck is he going?
Main's gonna
Yeah.
look at Osh and be like, "Is he done seducing that guy, or what's going on here? Are we on a mission, or?"
He has no idea, and he is going to the cafe. He said the guard was boring.
Oh,
As
boy.
you so as you walk towards the cafe, and the other three of you you know are wondering where the hell he's going,
Mhm.
you see the final rays of the sun sort of dip behind the castle over in the west, sort of disappearing, and all along the street, these little floating globes of light, which are these magical floating globes that just sort of circulate along the streets and shed light, start lighting up automatically and start levitating and start moving along in these predetermined patterns down the streets, providing illumination. As that happens, you feel a burning sensation in your pocket, Fane. And it's starting to really sort of like hurt, like there's like a lit torch or something in your pocket.
I'm assuming it's the Rune Stone, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna reach in, grab it out, and I'm gonna look around to see if maybe there's something that's activating it besides just.
Well, so as you pull it out,
Mhm.
you can see that it's grown and it's shaking. And the rune itself is lit up in this dark purple light and it's starting to crack, almost kind of like an egg, this entire thing. And it's shaking and you can feel it, man. The second he pulls it out, Osh, you feel the magical power that's in there. And it is huge. Like this thing is way more powerful than anything you've ever sort of encountered before in your life. Your ring starts going berserk, like every other color, and then it just stops on black. And this thing is growing, and it's now levitating out of your hand.
I want to take as soon as it starts to levitate. I want to push it through the gate thing that we're hiding behind, so it goes out towards the street.
Into wait.
You watch as it sails
Shit.
over your head, and as it sort of arcs up, it shatters, and like for a moment there's like this stillness and this silence, and then it looks like it implodes completely, and there's just this little black purple ball that hovers there in the air. And now you also, Vivino, being attuned to magic, and Fane also being attuned to magic, not as much as Asha, that's why it took you a little bit longer to feel, but now you're starting to feel this sense, these waves of magic that are pulsing from this thing. And people all around are starting to be like, oh, what's that? Oh, look at that. And they're starting to kind of gather around and look and, kind of being confused. And then, like I was saying, this thing sort of implodes and it's just this little black purple ball. And then all of a sudden it explodes outwards, and these huge, they would look almost like fireballs of like dark purple energy start flying out of this thing, exploding. The the force of it like pushes you down to your knees, as this thing, it flattens everyone in the street sort of falls on their asses. And these little blobs fly out and land in different places, and where they land, they create these little pools of black purple stuff that expand and expand.
That's not good.
This is not light show.
Hell, looks like a light show to me.
It's more like dark show.
What the hell is this? I yell
as
over the
these
explosions.
these pools sort of up and sort of open, you can see, and then they kind of sort of splash up, and you can see like a rend in the air, and they sort of all open like portals, and out of these portals come a number.
Oh my god. Okay. Well,
We
Fane's-
are we
Fane's
the
gonna
bad
don
guys?
his shield, and he
I think-
pulls his
I
heavy
think we're the bad
warhammer
guys.
off of his back, and he turns to Butcher, and he goes, "Well, I guess we get to have some fighting after all."
Okay, violence is on,
Eh.
boys.
Oh boy.
And on that note, we're going to take a short break
Yeah.
just so that I have time to put all the enemies on the map.
Oh, we'll
That's
come back
not
from
good.
break, and we'll all die. So,
Yeah.
We're just
Uh-huh.
going to roll a couple dice in the background and see who dies and who lives.
so Travis, we barely survived these guys last time. So
We would not have survived without Sithriel, without the
Yeah.
Eldrin healing us.
good-
We
it
would
was
have
good.
been. We would have
it was a good time. So,
Mm-hmm.
welcome.
I know, but I figured, Kevin's got his magical item now, so you're set, right?
That's it. We're good now.
All we
baby.
need
All
is
you
one
needed.
magical
That's it.
item.
All right, well, don't go anywhere because it's about to get ugly. If it
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
ugly already, it's about to get uglier. We're going to take a short break, and then we'll be right back. And, we're going to see who lives and who dies, and if the guys have to make new characters. Thanks. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us, sticking out through this break. We drew straws to see who was going to die first in this coming thing, and we're not going to tell you because we like to keep a little bit of the tension going. But yeah, we're about to get into this. What would we call it, guys? Fracas,
Cluster.
Mortal Kombat.
throwdown.
Cluster
Yeah.
something, I think is the word.
Yeah,
I think that's the Eldrin word for it.
The Eldrin word
See,
is
Eldrin.
is what
the Eldrin word is cluster.
Clu-
Cluster
flump.
frickus.
Cluster flump. There you go.
Mm,
Yes.
Mr. Flump.
yeah.
So this cluster flump created by the characters, of course, obviously, they had a little stone that was supposed to create a little light show to spread the message from the organization to the people, but turns out that no, it was a bit of a, as someone have expected, a bit of a booby trap, as this rune stone they were holding exploded and created a whole bunch of portals through which those blue-skinned, metallic-skinned demon type things that the players encountered last game popping out, except in much greater numbers this time, and in an area that's already full of people.
Yeah.
So, it's probably not going to go well, but, it's pretty easy to make new characters on D&D Beyond, so there we go. We're all set. Before we see what happens, let us meet our wonderful, amazing, I can't say enough about you guys. You guys are so good. You're keeping me entertained. Old jaded GM than I am, super entertained just watching you role play and shoot the shit with each other. It's totally amazing. We'll start this time with the Scoos to bring us the news.
Yeah, I'm Scoozy. I can be found on Scooz News all over the place. And I play Osh, the reluctant participant in whatever is about to happen.
Reluctant, not like that. Tim, who's gone to get some croissants.
Yeah. I'm Tim, playing Blackmore on Twitter. I am playing Eno, who's saying "Oh no," because he's now staring down 5 of these things that one of them nearly killed him. So he's looking at 5 of them, and he's all alone, as far as he knows. So yeah.
But
Not
you
good
did gain a
odds.
level since last time, so you're probably all right.
Yeah, not a combat level, not for the bard.
Should have taken a feat. I'm kidding.
And he did. He
He
it
did,
just wasn't
man.
a combat feat.
He took a feat. He can write 2 poems at the same time.
Yeah.
And Kevin.
Yes, I'm Kevin, and I'm glad to be back from break. This is going to be very exciting. You can find me online at Kevran Games, and I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy to be making a difference for this Eldrin party. So let's
Right,
do
he's
this.
the fearless, no nonsense leader
Oh yes,
of
oh
the
yes.
bunch, herding the cats. Speaking of cats, Travis, saw your cat there a
Hi,
second ago. What's your cat's name again?
Catrick. As if to say Patrick with a C. I didn't name him. That they named him that at the shelter, and I just like, you know what, that works.
Nice,
Yes.
Catrick.
Patrick.
Tell us about yourself.
Hi, Travis, or a lot of plenty of people call me Eversalt. You can find me on Twitter, Skane Eversalt. I know that's a little different from Eversalt, but Eversalt's in there. And yeah, I'm ready to get rough.
Ready to get rough? Where does Eversalt come from? Because you don't seem like a salty guy to me.
Eversalt actually came from just like an off the cuff name that I gave myself when I was playing the beginnings of the Dark Souls series. I just thought, you know, it would be really hilarious that you know somebody invades me or I invade them. It's just the name is Eversalt, and it's like, yeah, no figure. A lot of salty people here. At least you're being pretty transparent about it.
Nice.
Cool, I like it. I think I'm gonna start doing it, asking people the origin. So you guys be wary, because every game I'm gonna ask someone the origin of their handle.
Nice.
You know, and so if it's too, you don't want to say it in public, it's okay. You can just demur, but you know. I'm always fascinated by where those things come from. All right, so you guys are in a little alley, a little garden kind of enclosed area down here on our beautiful map by animated dungeon maps, which we will put a little thing into doobly-doo, as Matt Colville says. Awesome maps on him on his Patreon. Always such gorgeous maps. All right, so you guys are down here in this little sort of walled off courtyard, and Eno is over here disguised as a guard on his way to the bakery shop. Unfortunately, the bakery shop is closed because
to
it's being
infestation.
invaded by demonic undead things.
Yeah.
And you have a few portals that have popped up here and there around the plaza, and a bunch of these monsters are sort of coming out of them. So I believe at this point in time we say roulez l'initiative.
Yeah.
Do me a favor, as we were doing last week, click on your little bonhomme and write the initiative under your little bonhomme so that it's easier for me to track.
Here we go. Done. My number's gonna be a little covered up until we start spreading out a little bit.
It's fine.
I'll move mine a little bit.
There we go. There. Oh, you got the grid going. There we go.
Okay, so quick reminder, of course, I don't run combat with squares or with a grid. I run it by zones. So we will say for this map, basically, we'll just separate it in two. So down the middle here, this will be one zone, this will be another zone. So you can go anywhere you want, you know, in this general area without counting your movement. If you want to cross over here, then it's like your full movement. Okay. So within this area where you are now, you're good to go wherever you want. All right, let's do it. So what do we got? We got Eno's got 15, 17, and 18 for
Shit.
Osh. Osh Kosh Bagosh. You are up, sir.
Are these guards making to do anything about it, or?
Yeah, they're like, what the, you know, and they're drawing weapons.
Okay,
And
cool.
look like they're gonna...
They're not like, ah!
No, that'll be Eno.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. I think that, man, there's so many civilians. There's so many people out here. Okay. I'm gonna just tap Butcher and say, okay, don't keep them away from the Eldarin. I know you don't like Eldarin, but the more they bite people, the more we have to fight later.
So just as a point, I don't know if you're, they weren't biting the people. It was their sword hits that were.
Oh, the more they hit people with swords.
That's gonna be kind of out of my control, Chief. There's a lot of them.
I know. Fuck. Okay, and I'm gonna peer through the fence. Can I like walk up here and like see this group over here?
Absolutely.
Great. They're probably gonna go for those. The damn it. This is such a bummer. Oh, that's such a. No, I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast the closest one.
All right. We'll say this one.
Yeah, that one right there.
Okay. Go for it.
And that's a 17 to hit.
That's it.
Right, and that is 9 plus 3 plus, so that's 12 force damage and a 2 bludgeoning damage every turn from my genie powers. As you see, like a burnt orange like bolt with like a tiny fist at the end of it streak out.
Okay. Noise. Your thing streaks out, strikes him, and he looks over to where you are.
Good.
Still looking, doesn't seem to have seen you right away. And at 17, Butcher.
All right. So at this point, I the cloak's going to kind of get in the way of getting the shield off, so he's going to have to shake that off and take the shield off his back and draw his sword. So, well, I'm going to have to start clearing out our escape if it comes down to it. And I run back and try to hop. I don't know how well this is going to work. Try to hop the fence and come in from behind this group here specifically.
Okay, so no problem hopping the fence. You guys, in fact, don't have to hop it. You realized the first time you went through that you couldn't lock it and you kind of left it ajar. So you can just sort of roll out. Not a problem. You come out. There's one there. They're sort of facing into the direction of the plaza, so you kind of come up behind this one. So feel free to go all in on him if you want.
All right, excellent. So this is going to be with that nice, fancy little sword I got. What the hell is this? Okay. Well, this is going to be one-handed, so it's not the whole ass thing. Wait, I should have pulled up attacks first. That would have made things a little bit easier. All right. Rolled a 6. Of course, it's a 1. So I'm gonna have to whiff on that one.
You whiff on it. Does he notice that you whiffed on him? Oh, he does, unfortunately for you. All right, so you whiff on him. He kind of turns around, seeing you, and him and his buddy are sort of moving in. But before they do anything, we're at 15 with the guards as well as Eno. So Eno, what would you like to do first? The guards look like they're going to react.
So he's going to draw his sword, but instead of running forward and stabbing this one, he's going to whisper a harsh, discordant chord and do dissonant whispers at level 2.
On this guy?
This guy right here.
Right, okay.
So that's a wisdom save of DC 13.
He made it.
Okay, so he's only going to take half of. Damn. He's going to take half of 20, so 10 psychic damage.
Man, that would have been a good bomb.
Yeah. And he doesn't run away, unfortunately, which was the initial want to. So that he kind of looks a little disappointed, and then yells at this citizen, "Get the fuck away from them!"
It's like,
And yeah, that's
Anything else? That's it.
That's it.
All right. So the guards will get involved with these guys. Start some fisticuffs action. This guy will try to get into the house. These people will try to run away. They'll try to get into the courtyard. These people try to run, Forrest. These guys are kind of caught in between a rock and a hard place. All right. And at 14, Fane.
Okay. Real quick, do we have a language that is specific to the Grey Eldrin who live beneath?
Not that the Light Held would not understand. You just kind of have like a different accent, basically. It's kind of like,
I see.
the difference between.
Never mind then. I will say just loud enough for the party members that are directly close enough to me to say or to hear that we're in this together. We're group together. And I'm going to then take the Warhammer and I smash the butt of it down onto the ground, much like I did in the previous battle. And there is divine energies that come out and wave across myself and the other allies that are within range. And I'm assuming, do I know where Eno is? Like, do I know he's where he is still?
Around the corner, yeah. You know he was heading down the street that way.
Okay. And so the three of them are all going to get the aid effect spell I'm going to cast upon them. So for the next 8 hours, they're going to have their maximum hit points increased by 5.
Okay.
Helps.
And any hit points they currently have, they're all at full right now, but any hit points they currently have would go up by 5.
All right.
That helps a lot.
Hey.
Do you move?
Yeah, then I'm going to try to move down out to go back up Butcher.
So you can go out the way Butcher went. You can go out the top part. Also, there's a door there if you want. It's whatever you like.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm thinking about the fact that Eno is out there by himself. So I'm actually instead where I push the rock through, I'm just going to burst through there. I'm going to take my shield and just slam through it and emerge out onto the street.
Door
So then I'm
slams
coming
open.
up to, I'm coming up to join back up with him and lead.
Yeah,
him
you
back
can
to-
move anywhere you want in that area.
Yeah. So
You can go all
Yeah,
the
so
way up
then-
to him if you want.
yeah, so I'll come up behind. I'll actually just kind of bump through this person who's standing here, just knock them aside, not forcefully like attacking them. Just I don't care about them. I'm here to get Eno.
No problem. Awesome sauce. All right. And at 3, the bad guys will start their bad guy action. So you got 2 of them on you, Butcher.
Mhm.
Coming at you live. This guy will go over here. These guys will sort of spread out and go in there. These guys will come at you. You guys will spread out in there. The guy will go over there. Guy will go with him. Oops. Portal says where it is. Okay. Start with Butcher.
Okay.
I
Gonna
hit
try
armor
to-
class 15 on the first hit.
That will miss, deflect it with the shield.
Nice. And the second guy rolls a 10. So with that, then they're both dual wielding. So 13 will miss, and then 6 will miss. Wow, you're lucky, as all 4 attacks. They all 4 of them kind of come at you, and you manage to kind of just bat away their attacks with your shield. Your swords are like, trying to not get overwhelmed by those 2. And then 2 coming on Kevin for armor class. Ooh, that's probably gonna hit 22.
Yeah.
Armor
And-
class, ooh.
Yeah, and 13.
13 will miss.
Okay, so that's 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Because you're Grey Eldrin, you don't have to roll against her sword. Same thing on Eno, 2 attacks. That's armor class 15.
Yep.
And armor class 24. So the 2 hit.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So the first attack is 8 points of damage. Second one is 4 points of damage.
As he hits Eno, I would like to activate my newly acquired Sentinel feat to, as my reaction, I would like to attack that guy who just hit him for 8 points.
Go right ahead, my friend.
Ooh, it's almost in that 20. 16 plus, I think it's plus 4. Yeah. Dirty 20 to hit.
Nice.
Okay. It's going to be D8 plus 2 bludgeoning damage, which is going to be 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
That's a magical weapon, all right.
It is, yes, because now we've been upgraded to a vicious warhammer.
Ooh, it's vicious.
So vicious.
It's a viscous warhammer.
Oh, that's what I meant.
There's oil that there's around.
Yes.
And so a number of people are getting attacked and hit with swords. A lot of the civilians and so on and so forth. And now we go back to the top of the initiative with Osh.
Okay. How's this? So the one that I hit with the Eldritch Blast earlier, how's that scuffle looking over there? Is the guard doing all right? Are the people getting fucked up?
Yeah, the people, like, especially here, they're just getting slaughtered, man. Like, these two are just going to town, man. It's like they're just slashing them down, cutting them down. Pandemonium out, people screaming everywhere, the sounds of fighting, all that. There's an alarm bell that rings somewhere in the distance, like there's a whole thing. And that's actually a thing, is you hear like an alarm bell nearby signaling for help, but you hear them resonating throughout the city also.
Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna leap up onto the fence here and just sort of perch and yell, "Don't let them hit your people!" And then I'm gonna Eldritch Blast this motherfucker again. Same one.
Go for it.
Oh, that's a natural 19. So 26.
That hits.
Great. And that's 8 plus 3, 11 force damage and 2 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Nice. He is definitely bloodied. But it's still.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
now he knows where you are. So
good. Asha's just like super flustered and yeah.
I don't know why. Butcher, you got two of them in your face. So these things, once they're in your face, it's literally like you can see that they're not made of metal, but they're the blue of their skin has that metallic sheen to it. Their eyes are like, and they look like desiccated corpses, really. But they, you can tell they're not undead or anything like that. They just make like this sort of infernal guttural sounds. They're not even talking, and they're just very feral and kind of savage. And they got the two swords, and they're just like, they're not like whoo, 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 whoo. They're like, like just total bestial sort of, bad business.
Okay, so they're really coming at me raw here.
Oh.
All right, so I'm dealing with all this. They're coming at me. I'm deflecting. I just yelling at them. What? Are you trying to hit me or slap me? And I swing back. What is this? This is an 11 to hit. Jesus.
11 to hit does not.
Yeah, I'm having it rough over here. No, that's gonna. You know what? That's gonna be it, because I gotta have to look more at my character sheet to see what extra I can do. That'll be it for me.
Okay. I'm just looking at your character sheet just to make sure that you're at level 4 and all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, some of my abilities do work better when I have other people with me.
Yeah, so I would say like that's probably what you want to try to do. So, for example, you might use your accent surge now to. You don't even need to use. You could use your action surge to take a disengage action so that you could get back over to where somebody else is, for example. Right, because you can move anywhere you want in the zone. So if you took your action search to get an extra action, you could use it to do disengage, so you wouldn't get an attack of opportunity. And then you can move and you could go to wherever you want, basically, in the zone.
Well, now that I'm seeing the both of them coming at me at this point, and I realize what's behind, what's behind me, I'm actually going to hold off on the use of my action surge, and I'm actually going to chance being swung at, but I'm going to go down back up to where Ash is and try to funnel them in one at a time.
Okay, good idea. All right.
Nice.
So they're each going to get an attack of opportunity on you. That's a 17. And that second one's going to miss. So there's one that hits you, and you take...
Oh, I have a AC of 18.
Oh, so then you go. There you go. So
Yeah,
both
that's
miss.
a...
No problem. So you back up in there, and yeah, it's pretty tight, so they're going to have to come at you one at a time. So that was a pretty smart move. Good job. All right, at 15, Eno.
So without looking at the chick behind me, because I'm scared to, because she might be pretty. I wasn't paying attention. He will, like, just over his shoulder, get away from here, and then stab this thing in the face, or try to.
Go for it. So you can take advantage since Kevin attacked it last round, and so it's focused on Kevin. So you can take advantage on your first attack.
Okay. Well, that's good, because that was a natural 1. And that's a natural 20.
Oh,
nice.
Hell yeah.
How do we do crits again?
So crits is your full dice damage plus you roll and you add your bonus.
Okay. Oh, so almost full. So 17 piercing, and I'm gonna go ahead and throw psychic blades on it.
Don't bother, because
Don't bother. Never mind.
No. So as you
I
hit
stabbed him in the face.
Yeah, you clearly see that he's kind of disrupted, and he falls to the ground, sliding off your blade, and you stop yourself just before you were gonna add a little bit more juice on it.
Okay.
You stop yourself just in time so as to not to waste your spell.
Wow, I must have looked
Nice.
really heroic in that moment.
Like, get out of here! Nice. All right, this one crumples to the ground. Add 15, the other guards fight. And at 14, that would be Bane. So the one that you had just hit to help out Eno has crumbled to the ground, stabbed in the face by Eno's sword.
Rapier.
Yes. There are some instincts in the back of my mind that make me want to do something other than what I'm about to do, because I know that moments are precious here. So instead of drawing forth a spiritual weapon to aid me, I'm instead going to cast Divine Favor, which provides me with additional divine powers so that I can actually do additional radiant damage when I attack. Because I know these
Ooh.
things have radiant vulnerabilities from our previous fight with them. So I'm going to, that's a bonus action. I cast that, and then I'm going to go ahead, attack this guy.
Okay.
In front of me.
Radio.
Ooh, 19 plus 4 is a 23.
Nice.
Okay, so we're coming again with the 1d8 plus 2. That's going to be a 7 again. So 7 bludgeoning damage right to his face.
De la face. Nice. You hit him conk, and the jaw kind of like, kind of just almost swings around his neck. He's like, "Arr!" He doesn't seem to care.
I spin the warhammer with a little bit of a flourish, and I make sure that Eno is somewhat behind me as I square off against this creature.
Perfect.
Kind of on your hip, but
So she'll be trying to run away.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't roll that radiant damage. I just cast it on myself.
Uh-huh.
I was gonna say.
No, it's
do
okay.
the-
Go ahead and
The
roll
whole
it.
point of doing that. I'm sorry. It's another 1d4. So another 1 point of radiant damage.
All right, nice. So 2 points. Cool.
Now
Nice.
I'm all set.
So this guy attempts to jump there to ring the bell, but rolled really badly. So he just kind of crashes down into the alley in between you.
Oh. Meat
I'm
shield.
like, yeah, he's gonna jump over, ring the bell. It'll be cool. And then I rolled a 3. So these guys will start funneling in. Unfortunately, that guy's kind of in the way now.
Oh, no.
Mhm.
What a bad day.
So a couple of these people are hit. I'll just mark them because they're not going to turn right now.
I feel especially bad for the guard whose name I already forgot.
Yeah, and I didn't have a name ready for that either. You made me pull it out of my ass.
It was
Is it
some
like
kind of A name.
Luchadore or something?
It was Numera or something like that.
Yeah, it's
Was-
not like
Which
he's
I
gonna
think
be
is,
around
uh,
long.
I think
So-
Numera is like some sort of
Insurance company. I don't know.
no, like some sort of drug or something like that, like for incontinence
you're
or
right.
something.
Right,
I think you're right.
So
His
they
name is
strike.
Viagri.
So the one guy that was coming, or the one demon thing that was coming down the alley, as he comes around, the other guy falls in front of you, just like swings one sword at him and hits him and cuts him across the neck, and he falls back. And then he's going to put his second attack on you, Travis.
Bye bye.
And he's going to give you the old 20, but dirty 20.
Yeah, that'll hit.
4 points of damage.
Okay.
This guy's getting overwhelmed. And over here, this guy's going to be coming to you. And this guy's on you. So on Fane managing NPCs with D&D Beyond is so much better. Dirty 20 and a 10. We're not going to hit the second one.
The dirty 20 for Osh is he like
No, that's
Rachel?
on Fane. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, the 20 does, the 10 doesn't.
All right. So the 20, so that's 10 damage.
Ooh. Okay.
And on Osh, 20. Natural 20.
Fuck.
And the other one misses, gets 2. So that was a natural 20. Yeah. So that's 16 points of damage. And he
Yikes.
just comes running
This
like-
happened to me last time. So you God damn it.
well down into you.
Just got the shit beat out. Oh,
It hurts.
Ouch. Ouch. Oh,
Oh, it hurts. At the end of the turn, a number of these people that were injured, unfortunately,
Oh, yeah.
are
I forgot.
starting to turn.
Yes.
Oops, it's the wrong thing. That one would have turned. That one will have turned. That one will have turned.
Really wish I had a bomb right now. Really great.
Well, you kind of had one a minute ago, but then it blew up.
Yeah, yeah. I wish I had a bomb for the bomb we had.
A bomb for the bomb.
Bomb, 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 bomb.
Yeah, I was there too. Yeah.
Ding dong ding blue moon. Blue moon.
Is there a blue moon? I forgot the color of the moon.
No, the moon. Oh yeah, that was
It's
on
a black moon. It's a
No,
black-
you guys don't see the black moon.
Good. Good.
Um,
That's
Be
comforting.
concerned if we did.
No, you guys don't see the black moon. It's just the real bad guys who see the black moon. All right, so a number of these commoners have started turning, as you've seen them do before. And I will just show you briefly, Travis, what that looks like. So if you look on the
Ah,
map,
pretty.
Travis, Yeah. Basically, they sort of get up after they've been hit, and they have like this black, sort of like drips down, but it like moves and it goes into the ears, and it'll come out the nose, and it'll go in the mouth, and it just sort of goes around there. You can start seeing black veins spreading under their skin.
They got into the Operation Dirty, or whatever that was called.
The necrophage. All right. Back to the top. Osh, you've just took one for the team in ways that made your teeth rattle.
Yeah. Man, I could do something real dumb. What's my ring doing right now?
Your ring right now looks worried.
Okay, so maybe I'm not gonna do the dumb thing. All right. Good to know.
The ring has an emoji system too.
Well, you don't know what it means. It doesn't have like a. It's not like a little. That would be great if it just had like an actual little smiley face. I am going to look down.
It comes up
and,
skulls. And you're just like, well, damn.
I'm just gonna blast this guy right in the fucking face.
Go for it.
That'd be a disadvantage.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't want to move and take another necro hit.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's
Well.
just ranged weapon attacks.
That is a 7 plus 7 is 14. Is a 14 hit?
Are you trying to hit their armor? Is it a touch? What is it? It's a range touch, or
It's just Eldritch Blast. I'm saving my dumb thing.
It's
yeah.
it's
I'm
ranged
just wondering, if his armor counts.
It would be against armor class. Yes.
So
it's just
then,
the same
unfortunately,
14.
this is
poopy. That's fine.
yeah, their armor class is 16.
Well.
It shoots past his head, and you miss him.
Yeah. Man, freaking out. I am just up here, kind of like maybe a little bit higher than the street level, but
Well, I'm going to
man,
tell you what. If you're willing to just sort of take a tumble, I'll let you fall back into the hole, and you won't get an attack of opportunity on you.
I see Butcher. Butcher's got a strong back. Absolutely. I'll just trust fall a little bit and roll off of Butcher's back.
So Butcher, as you're like facing this thing, like, if you get kind of bumped in the back, and you feel, Osh that is just kind of tumbling, is on the ground, kind of arms and legs all akimbo, trying to sort out which way is up. Ass went down, ass over tea kettle.
There you go.
Speaking of Butcher,
crowded in there.
Yeah.
so the one in front of you, the Eldrin in front of you, has fallen down, hit by the sword, and you can tell he's like shaking, and there's like black stuff that's starting to sort of come out of him. And now the other thing is kind of stepping over him and coming at you with the two swords.
Shit. Yeah. After that landing, and I see Osh, I'm like, and
I'm good.
come on, Osh, get it together. And in saying that, I use a bonus action to do rally. And with that, I give him 9 temporary hit points.
Nice.
I will take it.
Nice.
All right. And I'm looking back. We really need to get the hell out of this. This is not our problem. And I swing in on the guy coming towards me.
Go for
What
it.
the flying fuck, man? I got a 12.
Oh man.
12 doesn't hit with your bonuses?
No, it's a 7 plus a 5. Yeah, I've been rolling like shit for my attacks right now.
Are you rolling your dice, or are you rolling on the VTT?
I'm using the physical.
Okay, so I was going to say roll your own dice if you were on the VTT, and it was sucking up because the VTT sucks sometimes. All right, so you take a swing at him, and like he watches you miss him, and then down to Eno.
Who
Is Brian your first name? Brianino.
Brianino, yeah. So that's me.
That's you.
Yeah.
Roxy.
Okay, rocking a hard place.
Yeah, it's getting ugly.
Okay. Fane, I don't like this, and we'll throw a dissonant whisper on this
Okay.
guy at level 2 again as he
Make a
cries out.
save.
Wisdom save, yeah. 13.
Ooh, failed.
Oh, good.
Yep.
So he will take. Oh, nice. 19 psychic damage.
Wow.
And if he's alive, he has to use his reaction to run as far away from me as possible.
All right, he is alive. He is bloodied, but alive. And yeah, he will start running this direction. And you will likely.
And he won't run into obvious danger, but he will run away from me.
No problem.
Okay.
All right. Cool. Anything else? Are you moving? Or are you?
Yeah, he's going to back up with like. He hasn't looked back yet to see this thing. So he's just kind of looking at these two and going, all right, miss, just keep moving. Just keep moving.
All right.
This is gonna be bad.
And so at
Oh.
15, she kind of runs there. At 15, this one will. I'm thinking it will go at Eno actually. So this blacked out
Expected.
necrophage spewing
No, stay away.
comes at you and misses you. This guy will take care of that one. This one will be coming at you live. This one will be coming at you live. This one will be going in there. This one will be going there.
Come on, babies.
Oh boy. So much.
The one at your feet kind of gets up and spews black stuff and like is trying to kind of grab onto you as this other thing is swinging at you, and there's freaking Osh behind you and your legs also. Like this is like you're in the middle of like a bowling. It's all these bowling pins around you, like trying not to knock any of them off, but it's getting out of control. It's getting out of control. At 14, Fane, you are well and truly surrounded by a bunch of these things now. What would you like to do?
I yell, Grace, retreat! So that my companions can hear that it's time to get the hell out of here, because Butcher took the words right out of my mouth, which is, this isn't our problem. So, and then I'm going to try to bide some time with what's going on here. And I'm going to just go full ham on these guys. So I'm going to, first things first, I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt on the one directly in front of me.
Okay.
So, we can attack roll.
On the demon thing or on the commoner?
The demon thing in front of me, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And so that is going to be a 22 to hit.
Nice.
And then the Guiding Bolt does 4d6 radiant damage.
That's
5 is 10, plus 3 is 13, plus 2 is 15 points of radiant damage to that guy as the
You
Warhammer sings.
vaporize him.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm
You
then going to take,
vaporize him.
as my bonus action, I'm going to take the War Priest Blessing that I have 3 times per long rest, and I'm going to bring that Warhammer as it finishes that sing through the air. I reverse the strike, and I slam it right into the face of the guy on my right.
Alrighty, go for it.
I do know that's a commoner, but hey, we got to do this.
Oh, well, you can't save him really.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Can't heal him.
Okay.
Or can you?
Wow, I'm actually rolling pretty good. It's a dirty 20
I-
for that. 16 plus 4.
Go for it.
Okay, so the damage on that is going to be the 1d8 plus 2 bludgeoning plus the 1d4 radiant from the Divine Favor that's still active.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a total of 8 points of damage, 2 of which is radiant.
All right. So there's this explosion of light from your radiant damage as you shatter him. So you do your bold thing with your armor swing, and this light bolt crashes in front of the first one, and this thing just caves in, and then you reverse it to hit the other one, and this blinding light explodes from your hit as this thing just kind of snaps and collapses to the ground dead. So your wailing around has really done some has had some good effects here. Do you choose to back out and risk an attack, or what would you like to do?
Yep, I do. I'll go ahead and take the attack of opportunity against me if necessary, as I try to follow in behind Eno to try to force him along a little bit.
Okay. So the attack of opportunity misses you.
Okay.
You can back out to Eno. Now it's their action. The one here that's trying to claw at your ankles, Butcher, rolls an 8 and so fails miserably. The other one's going to try to put a couple attacks on you. I'll give him disadvantage because the other one's in the way and all that. And he'll miss with the first one, and with the second one at disadvantage. We'll miss with the second one. Also, good on ya. This one attacking Eno. That would be armor class 14.
Hits.
Okay. He's not doing tons of damage. He's just an unarmed civilian. Manages 4 points of damage. On you. This one will be coming here. This one will be coming at you. This one will be coming. This guy has risen, so from the dead now. I do believe I have an infected guard somewhere.
Damn it, we have a zombie guard.
Yep.
Ground zero of the zombie apocalypse, guys.
Okay.
And as the round is ending, can you, I need you to give me a charisma save.
No. That is it's a 19.
Okay. So you're not just completely smitten and broken and drop to your knees, as very faintly, and you realize you've been hearing it for a little while now, maybe like since the last round, but it wasn't kind of really coming in over the din of battle. But now you hear this incredible vocal melody, this note that is literally reaching inside of you. You've never heard a note like this before being sung. It's just this sustained note that's growing in power, and you've never heard that note. You've heard every note in existence, or at least you thought you did, but this thing is mind-bending. It's apocalyptical, it's cosmic, as it reaches inside of you and just completely rearranges and changes everything you thought you knew, completely alters your understanding of what music is, of what singing is, of what power this can have. And as this note grows, the rest of you can start hearing it too. It has an effect on you also, but nowhere near as potent as it does for Eno. But you feel it, and you feel good. You feel sort of emboldened, and you feel kind of warm, and you suddenly kind of feel a little bit more optimistic and sort of positive. And as this note grows, and it's just shaking you to the core. It's like you've never in your life encountered something like this. Like you start crying. Like it's so potent and so powerful. And as this note starts stirring out, you see the blue demon things that are in front of you that are fighting you start to kind of shake, and suddenly, like their skin that was blue starts to pale and sort of whiten, and they start to stumble around. And the people that were around you that had that necrophage thing, the black starts to sort of, as it falls, it stops coming out of them, and they're also kind of in the throes of incredible pain, and they start dropping to the ground. And literally you can see as they fall to the ground, and unfortunately, you can see for the ones that fall at the ground at your feet, they fall dead. But the necrophage that's inside of them, instead of doing what it usually does, which is sort of pool out of them, you can see it start to sort of evaporate and kind of get destroyed as it turns into like these little sort of floating wisps of smoke that sort of get destroyed. And as the node rises and rises, you can see more of these demon type things kind of hit the ground and like basically like screaming silently and just crashing and sort of twisting and falling down dead. And as all of that's happening, you notice Eno on top of the second floor of the college here. Cythriel is up there just singing this note, just holding this note now at the top of her lungs that's just ravaging all these things around you. And you turn and you look at her, and if you weren't in love with her before, you know, like you're done now. This is just, it's literally like hearing,
There you
you know,
go. There's my heart.
just take it.
Just take it.
Hell, I think we're all in love with her after that.
Shut up and take my heart.
And as the creatures around you are kind of falling, and you can see more coming out of these portals, but the ones that are there have like kind of been struck down by this note as she's singing, and she stops for a moment to take a breath, and she sees you, and you're not sure. You could have sworn she gave you a wink, but you're not sure. And then she takes a deep breath and goes to sing again, and this huge spear of darkness energy just sort of flies out and hits her right in the side of the head, and she goes limp and falls off the balcony, hits the rooftop, rolls over and lands on the ground in front of the conservatory. And when you turn to see what sort of happened, as most of these guys are dead and more sort of coming out of the portals, you see two people coming out of the portal. You see first coming out of this portal one that looks a little bit like the ones you've been fighting, but this one's got a shield and a sword, and he's a bit bigger and a bit taller, and he seems to have like a lot more presence. Like you definitely feel that he's like a sort of commander or something like that. And he steps out of the portal and sort of there's a guard there, and he just sort of backhandedly kind of hits the guard, and the guard falls to the ground dead. And then behind him, coming out of the portal, having just thrown this sort of spear of darkness at Cythriel, someone that Osh you recognize from that memory of long ago in the libraries beneath Erkala. Only now he's changed. His skin looks old and sort of dry and cracked, like old parchment. It's all drawn really tight, sort of on his skull. His eyes are black. He still has a staff with the head of a serpent at the top of it. As he steps out, his dark purple and black robe sort of flowing behind him as he literally floats out of this portal and kind of lands gently. And in his other hand, he's got another one of these black sort of spears of black energy in his other hand. And as he steps out, he looks at the guy that just came out in front of him and says, "Davok, the girl, make sure she's dead. We're going to the well." So as he says that, he turns around and, surrounded by some of his other men, starts leaving. And the one that he called Davok starts stepping forward, heading in the direction of the college where Cythriel fell to the ground.
Well, shit.
Where are we in the initiative?
Right back to the top.
Oh, God.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Do we save her?
So as many of the demon things and whatnot that died, then many more have appeared. However, the citizens that had turned, at least those that died and not yet sort of been replaced. That one would come out there. There are others. Yeah, so these would be dead also. Haven't been destroyed by her singing. That one would be dead also. And I'm going to leave the demon guys there because there's enough that came through the portal again that I've replaced them. Noir starts heading out that way, and the one named Davok starts coming forward with a couple
Would the two that were closest to her be dead?
So those hadn't turned yet. Those people,
Okay.
they're just normal people, and like two of them are like kind of trying to tend her and whatnot. But there's a couple more demons now that are coming out of those gates, replacing the ones. Here, this one had died. This one will have died. So I'll say there's a new one coming out there. This one's a new one coming out there. This one, throw that out. Throw that out. All right, now that I've cleaned up this mess, a couple more of them coming out of this one is gone. So back up to the top.
I have a DM question.
Yep.
When Osh looked into the building last session, into that magical darkness, and he saw those 5 creatures, did they see him or did they sense him? Could they see through that darkness as well?
Yeah.
Fuck. Well, fine.
Well, fuck.
Trying something.
Well, shit.
Okay. Can I do a quick ring check? What's my ring looking like right now?
Your ring? You're not sure you've ever seen this this mix of color before. There's like some green swirling around the outside, and then in the center there's like streaks of gold, but also streaks of black. And you don't know why, but your intuition from knowing the ring now tells you that it's basically sensing opportunity, but opportunity that could go really well or really bad. But there's definitely opportunity.
Fuck. Is it 30? How far is it to Sithriel from where I am?
Well, you can get there in one. You can get there in one action if you want an actual range in feet.
Okay, that doesn't matter. It does. Yeah, that's.
It is 35 feet, so it's about 30 feet to her.
30 feet to her.
Yeah. Remember when I was talking about legacy decisions?
Yeah. I'm gonna turn around quick and give Butcher an arm and say, "Okay, friend, it's been real. Keep it going." And I'm gonna Misty step over to Sithriel as a bonus action, and with my action, I'm going to cast Spike Growth, which is a 20-foot radius sphere of terrain. And it's gonna be right in the middle. I'm gonna try to get like how do I
Well, show me where you want to center it.
I want to center it like here. No, not there. Like here-ish. I want to get all of these guys.
I don't see your. Are you using the pointer?
No. Here, let's do that. I want to center it like here. So I want to leave a tiny, like this right here. Yep, with a little path for Eno and Fane to get past. And I want to
at the bottom.
Yep. So move it up just a little bit, and then to the left just a little bit.
Oops.
Yep. Like that. That was good.
Yeah. Close enough.
Close enough. Yeah. So, yeah, because I can't move that. I have to redraw it from the Science Painting. But yeah, so we'll. I should get some.
Is she breathing? Is she like alive?
Yeah, she is. But she's like, she got hit by this thing, and as you I'm not even making a roll. When you take a look at her, you can see that the wound's infected and there's black that's starting to spread.
Fuck. Okay. Yeah, that's my turn.
All right. Butcher.
Mm-hmm. Fuck. Okay. I don't even have a sense of where the hell he went. Do I?
You could do I'd let you do what is it? What's the skill? Observation. I know it's perception.
Okay. I got a 1.
Oh,
I got a 1.
Man, Osh is a fucking asshole because he just teleported out of here and left you here all the fuck alone.
He'll figure it out. He always does.
eventually.
All right. Yeah, it's just saying, like that ends up happening. He's like, fuck. And he'd heard everything. It was like, he hears that he'd heard, the note and everything, but he's not sure what the hell is going on, but where the hell is everybody else? That means I'm going to have to come out and look for everybody. I look down the street and I see Fane, and I see what I would assume to be, because the disguise doesn't just break. We need to get out of here. Where did Ash go? And that's really it, because there's not much else I could think to do from here.
Cool, it's right. You've done your perception check. You didn't spawn. You come out. You see them. You asked him, WTF? Do you remain as a guard? By the way.
I still haven't. Yeah, it's there for an hour. So
Okay.
unless, I mean, the creatures who hit me know I'm not a guard, but
Probably don't even care at this point. Just
they're not
swinging at
really
anything alive.
Yeah, they're not really caring, but they're the only ones who would know right now. Okay, well, all eyes on her. Run around people. Run up to her, and
When you get there, you see Osh is kneeling down next to her. You can see him because of the little fence there, but
I hope this works. Cure wounds. She gets... and I'm doing level 2, so I'm blowing that level 2. Yeah, so she gets 14 hit points back.
okay. So you see the damage that the spear had done. The wound part is closing, and that's healing up. And she kind of slowly starts to, like, her eyes start to flutter. She's starting to kind of regain consciousness from it, but there's still, you can see the black stuff. You do notice it's not spreading like you've seen it spread. Like the other people, within a matter of seconds, they were completely infected. And there seems to be something that's kind of holding it back, but she's definitely still infected. You can see it under her skin, and like in her eyes, as they flutter, you can start to see that the white's kind of turning black a little bit.
Hey, I'm sorry, but you need to sing again. Now.
Fane.
Fane is not best pleased with this turn of events with his companions, but he is going to he's going to move up behind the others. Something like over here, and he's going to try to aid them as best he can by laying into these 3 demon things that are coming out of this portal. And he's going to scream, "I said to fucking retreat!" And he is going to attack
Love it.
those guys.
Love it.
Go for it.
So first things first, he's going to go ahead and do an attack roll. I can't add. 13 plus 4. 17. 17 to hit is going to be 1d8 plus 2. Which, oh, geez. Minimum damage of 3 plus the 1d4 radiant, which is 2. So it's going to be 3 bludgeoning and 2 radiant. And then he's going to use his War Priest bonus action. He's going to do the War Priest blessing again to attack the very same one with a 15. So he'll actually miss this time.
Okay. By the way, you should take an inspiration for having heard the note and inspired you.
That may be
boy.
used rather quickly here.
All right. You strike that thing. It doesn't seem pleased with you.
Mhm.
You hit that thing and it doesn't seem very pleased with you.
Mm-hmm.
At their turn, the one named Alec is going to use his action to cross into the new zone with his Goombas. Coming in with him. More of them are coming.
Cool. Well, there's a
been
lot of
real.
them. There's so many of them.
So many guys. On Butcher, one of them takes a couple of swings. It's a natural 1, followed by a 12. So he misses both times. On Fane, there's a couple on you. First one will hit armor class 17.
That'll miss me by 1.
You're in 22.
That'll hit.
22 again.
Okay.
And 24. So you got 3 hits.
Oh, yes.
So 7 points. Plus 6 points.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 4 points.
Okay.
I would be down. Yes, I would be down.
I'm looking real rough.
Real rough. And so just as sort of that's happening and they're sort of moving in, Osh, give me an Arcana check.
Natural 17, so that brings it to 19.
19's good. So you feel it before you see it, but just over here behind. Oops, that's not what I want to do at all. Over here behind this woman, sort of on the side of the wall of the college, you see it's kind of like the world unzips a little bit and then sort of parts, and you start seeing behind, you see like a field of stars and like weird shapes kind of floating in the darkness, and it's really weird. You've never seen anything quite like that. And it sort of spreads almost kind of like a curtain that's being pulled aside like this. And an Eldrin steps out of it. Older, long golden hair with a blue robe. And he steps out and he looks around and he's like, "Quickly, get her in here. Come on, we don't have time to lose."
Okay.
Okay, Zipperman.
My name's Andwil, not Zipperman. Now get her in here.
Okay, but you need to clear the way for, and he points at Butcher. You need to clear the way for him.
All right, start getting in here. And he just sort of moves over and he looks at you, Butcher, and he's like, "Step towards us." And as he says that, he has a ring, and he twists the ring, and in front of you, you see like another kind of portal open, and you see the side of the wall where they're standing on the other side of it, like almost as if you step through, you would be standing sort of right next to where they are.
Yay.
Do you step through?
Oh, I was assuming I would be on my own turn, but yeah, sure, I'd take that.
Aha, sucker! No, I'm kidding.
And you die.
So you de-door over here, and he's like, "Come on, get her in, get in there. There's nothing we can do here."
Fane, come on.
When you look through the zipper on the other side, you can see her brother is in that room, and he's like, in the zippered room, and he's like, "Come on, come on." What do you
Fane
do?
will take the disengage action to go into the portal.
You go?
I think between Osh and I, we can bodily carry her.
All right, so you grab her, you step through as the monsters are just sort of piling in and kind of clambering over there and just sort of clawing at you. And whoever the last one to go through is probably Fane as the rest of you step through.
As we're going, is this citizen still alive? Are these two still alive?
Yep, they would be at this point.
Grab him.
No
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah, push them ahead of us. Go, go, go,
Yeah.
go, go.
All right. So you step through the zipper. Let's call it the zipper. You step through.
The zipper.
It's called demiplane. It's the spell demiplane. But so you step through it and onto the other side. Last one to come in is Fane, and like just as you go in, like there's a sword hit that comes in and just like nicks the back of your armor as you just manage to kind of get through. And on the other side, the Elder who called himself Anduil closes it, and you find yourselves in a strange place, the likes of which you've never seen before. You appear to be in this sort of weird floating island
Oh,
in the middle of this red non-space that's kind of around you, and in the farthest reaches around you, you can see stars sort of shining, but below you and sort of all around you. And as you step through here, Andol is with you, and you see that Kevon, her brother, is there also, and the rest of you have stepped in and arrived here with a couple of the
yeah, I was gonna say I will have dropped my disguise by now, just to.
Okay, no problem. We have Butcher, we have everybody else, we have Osh, we have Cithriel, brothers, and there's a couple other people in here also.
Random people watching the parade.
I know. There's a couple other people in here with you, which I will introduce shortly.
What's going on?
You just put me where I would be.
Yeah, so you guys. So there are two other Eldrin there, another male who's got a lyre on his back and looks like he's probably a bard also, and a female Eldrin with a two-handed sword, a great sword on her back and armored in plate. And you recognize on her insignia that she has, she's a part of the college that's basically paladins, what they call paladins. And they're not religious paladins, but they're mystical warriors with powers, and her badge is from that college. So as you bring Cithriel in, Andwell, the guy that is here, which you remember is the guy that Kevin said they had to go warn right when they left earlier from the other thing that you had. Travis and Tim might remember Andwell from a previous life.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, "All right, you're safe here. We're safe for the moment. Let me take a look. Let me take a look at her." And
Okay, all right. I'll just move to the other side.
he's like, "Anybody else infected? Check yourselves. Any of you infected?"
I think no.
Not infected, but I'm damn near dead.
Yes, we are hurt very badly.
All right. Hold on. I'll see what I can do. Yeah. He checks Cithriel. He's like, "God damn it."
While he's doing that, I'll cast a spell. I'll cast Prayer of Healing.
Okay.
So myself and all three of my allies will get 2d. What was it? 2d8 something. Hang on a second.
Cool. Roll it out.
I moved my card. It's 2d8, but plus I think it's plus my wisdom because I'm a cleric. Sorry. Yeah, 2d8 plus my spellcasting modifier, so 2d8 plus 3. 4 plus 3 is 7 plus 3 is 10. Hit points back.
So everyone gets 10 hit points back.
Wow.
So as you're doing that,
Oh,
sort of healing everyone, the other one that also looks like a bard is like, what I want to know is, what the hell are they doing here? And Andwil says, they were trying to rescue her. I figured it was, we'd get her in here faster if I told them to bring her than if I started trying to blast them where they stood. Like, they're gray. They're probably the ones who did this. Did you guys do this? Were you involved in what just occurred up there?
absolutely not.
Is complicated. It's very complicated.
Yeah, I wouldn't say being present would put us to be accountable for it.
That
We-
sounds racist to me.
Well, you're the ones who are
Racial
always,
profiling.
you're the ones always causing trouble, and this looks just like the kind of trouble you're kind of be causing.
You would normally be correct, and in fact, you probably are correct, but it's not us four.
No.
Well, send us back then if you don't want to deal with us.
Okay.
Okay.
Just like Ash and Eno are both like pleading with Fane right now. Just look, we are in. Look,
We've
where
already
we
had
are.
a tussle where we've had to come to the aid of
No,
this
Fane,
woman.
look where
And
we
for some
are.
reason, we're getting nothing but a hatred from you.
Look
Because
around.
we live beneath the surface does not mean that we are without merit.
You need to listen. Fane.
Just because you are instantly in love with a high Eldrin, does not mean
No,
that I
No, don't
need to
say that
listen
out
to you.
loud. Why would you? Oh, God damn.
Look, the fact of the matter is, we're here because we've been brought here. If you don't want us here, send us back.
I would like to know what they know.
I
So
no, I
as-
don't want to go back. I want to know. Well, yes.
The bard looks like he's about to say something, and the paladin, the elder woman says, "Don't mind him, Brill. He's a little touchy at the best of times. So I think with everything that's going on, I think maybe we need to just take a step back, Embril, and just try to sort out exactly what's going on." And Endwell says, "We don't have time to sort anything out. If she dies, we're all screwed."
But she's not. She didn't die. She's alive.
She's alive, but she's infected with necrophage.
I don't know what that is. It sounds bad, but she's not dead. So
She's going to
That's-
be soon enough, or she's going to turn like into one of those things that you fought out there.
okay, you're really a downer.
Yes. Okay. Maybe solutions,
this-
not just problems, friend.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what we can do.
Do you're a bard, right?
No, sorry, that's Endwell that was talking to you, the
Oh,
guy the zipper guy.
oh. Well, you have a bard, so have him sing the note she sang, and everything be fine.
The other bard says, "Shows exactly what you know." And the pal's like, Embril, and
Are you not talented enough?
oh,
Ash looks at you.
talent. You want to see
Okay.
talent? You want? I'll show you talent. And it was like, we don't need you guys. And it was like, we don't need you guys to start singing at each other right now. Just everyone calm the hell down.
I don't sing. And he pulls out his panpipe. I just
Oh,
blow.
I know you don't sing. I know you can't sing.
I just blow.
I may be able to help your woman.
Really,
Are
should
the
we?
effects of this necrophage considered to be poisonous?
No, it's not. It's something else entirely.
So out of game, would lesser restoration work on this, Christian?
There's only one thing that I know right now that can possibly cure her. Fortunately, the only person who has them is about 3 days ride away from here.
So do the zipper thing.
Yeah. I can't do that again right now, but
Okay.
then the paladin says, what if we took her to the well? If she was near the well, maybe she could. He's like, no, the well's not gonna
Wait.
heal her. We need to heal her, but we need her to cleanse the well after. It's the only thing that's going to get this thing out of the city.
Sorry. Who? There was. Well said. What did he say? Who heard him say? I go to well. Something.
Yeah, the guy outside that arrived is the guy you heard it say.
Who
Right.
left? Davak. No, Davak is
Noir.
the
Noir.
Davak is
The soldier guy.
Noir. Right. Noir gave me an apple.
That's right.
Look.
And he didn't look like this when you saw him back then.
Wait, you know him, Ash?
It is, again, it is complicated. He is a warlock.
Okay.
I don't know where he gets his powers from. It's probably not where I get mine.
Noir is dead. He died in Asphodel several
Well,
months ago.
I was
he's
looking at him.
He was just walking around, so
He walked out of one of those portals.
yeah.
And he said he was going to the well.
Pretty sure. I was
Great.
kind of
Looks like this is coming together
distracted,
nicely.
saving her, and all.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Sounds like you got a problem on your hands. Oh, good luck with that.
yes.
We do have a problem because if this thing's spreading through the city and spreading fast, the only way we're going to be able to, we need to get Cythriel cured of this thing, and then we need her to do the celestial octave near the well so that it'll hopefully cleanse it out of the people. So we need to get her to the well.
Okay.
And the paladin says, but if this Noir guy and his forces are there, like, yeah, and it doesn't change the fact that we need to cure her. All right. It's a good thing that you're here, and he points at you guys. It's a good thing that you're here.
I thought so too.
Hold up. You're not tangling us up in this shit.
I know that you have ways of getting close to the well from Urkala. Some of the tunnels, they reach near it.
Yes.
So you're going to take Cythriel, Embril, and the others there. Meanwhile, I'm going to go get the one person that can possibly cure her while you take her there. Hopefully you get in there before Noir gets in with his people. There are magical defenses that are protecting the Celestial Cave. They'll hold for a while. But you're going to have to hustle. And you're going to have to go down there and take them there. And once you're there, hopefully I can rejoin you we'll get her cured, and then we'll get her to do the celestial octave near the well, and then theoretically might get these things out of the city.
Okay.
We don't take orders from you. I'm not sure
Yeah.
why you seem to think we're just going to do this.
Well,
but
because we are
Butcher.
going to do this. This is why we're. Yeah.
The thing that we were given was the reason for all of this.
Almost, I knew you were behind it.
and
No,
the
no, no,
way-
no, 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 no.
I already admitted that we were
Okay.
Eldrin.
It was
So
just.
I don't. Your suspicions mean nothing. What's more important to know is we were sent on a mission, and our mission has been completed. There's
Oh.
no reason for us to be tangled up with what you're doing here. You can simply send us back. We go back down below the surface where our filth belongs, and you can go back to curing your women who sing really high, beautiful notes and bewitch our men.
Yeah, that's a good plan, but riddle me this, would you? You go back down there. You leave us here to deal with this. We fail. Everyone up here turns into one of those things. How long do you think it takes before this disease makes it down to Arkala, starts infecting all your people? Everyone down there gets it, starts killing each other, and then we got a much bigger problem. But how long do you think that's going to take before that happens?
I think you are underestimating the defenses of Urkala.
Okay. Well, he's not. She's not. Okay. Fane, I need you to hear me in this moment. Okay? Look me in the eyes.
My, a beautiful face has made you bold, little brother.
Oh, okay, it's not her. I mean, it's a lot of her, but that's not the point. Listen,
I'm all ears.
okay. We do this, right? We do the thing, and the human, not princess, whatever the fuck her name is that they tell her, whatever, we save her. We are Gray Eldrin, and we are saving not princess, but more princess than princess. You see, we save her and everyone, and then they have to say we saved them.
I seem to remember making the exact same point the first time we killed these creatures, and you thought I was being a little bit too brazen at that point. So
Well, now
that's
you're
fine, though. We can go ahead and we can play this your way.
okay.
And when we return back to Urkala, perhaps Darkhath, is it Darkhath?
Yes.
Yeah. Perhaps Darkhath will be made aware of the fact that you have been easily beguiled by our enemies.
I mean,
Darkhath gave us that grenade in the first place.
yeah,
did.
I mean, he's already tried to kill us. I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you trust Darkhath, a man you've never met, this much?
Do you really think he intended for you to get out of there alive?
No.
I don't know, but I'm hoping to look out for ourselves here. So I'd be more persuaded if it was something in our, benefit.
Butcher
I'm
wants
not
to
really
get
about to
paid.
put my neck out for this just for nothing.
Just pay Butcher something, like, nice. Give him something nice.
All right. He gets up. Andul gets up, goes rummages in one of the corners of this thing, comes back with a little bag. It's a little black bag. Hands it to you. It's like payment for all of you. To take Imbril, Kevon, Cithriel, the others, to the well via the tunnels, and to guard them until I return with the cure for her.
There you
3
go.
days?
3 days, I guess.
It's not going to take 3 days. It's not going to take 3 days. It'll take about as long as it's going to take you to get there. But
Okay.
that's my problem.
All right.
Do we have a deal? Emerald's like, you can't deal with these they're gonna stab us in the back. The second you're gone, the second your back's turned, you know, it's just not gonna work out. It's just a bad idea, Unwilling.
Can we talk about it amongst
We could say the
ourselves?
same. We could say the same about you, White Skin.
Okay, we don't need to be throwing stars. I mean, I hate him just as much as you do, but that's not the point.
You need to talk. You can go into one of the alcoves, but let's do it quick. She doesn't have a lot of time.
Well, and Fane's going to turn to Eno and look him square in the eyes and say, "It sounds like our mind has been made up already."
Oh, well, I mean, that's what I do.
And then he'll turn back to these High Eldrin and say, "I suppose we are ready when you are."
Butcher's gonna just take the bag finally. It's a pleasure doing business with you then.
Told you they would pay well, Butcher. You'll see.
Butcher, this shit is fucked, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Something tells me
I'm-
this is the best way to get it unfucked.
So, nothing prepared me for this absolute mess now. Guys, if you're getting tangled into this, I'm not gonna let you going out. Not without me being there.
We're
Also,
settled then.
Mr. Bard, you're an asshole. Just saying. But we're going to work for you anyway.
It's part of my charm.
Yeah.
And it was like, just ignore him if you need to. Just get this done and think of it this way: you're serving your people at the same time, because there's no way this is going to stick to just us here. It's going to go down there and it's going to make ravages. I mean,
Right. Don't. Fane is accepted. Just accept.
all right. He goes into one of the other alcoves. He comes back. He's like,
It's all right.
sorry. He comes back with a scroll. He's like, where do you need to go? Where's the place that would be best for you to depart from? Do you know, there's in Ercala, or near Ercala, there's an old fountain that used to be a fountain, I guess, a long time ago, but there's this statue of this fish that's sort of half broken that's coming out on top of it. And there's like, do you know the place I'm talking about? That
We know
plaza?
it.
Yes.
All right, I can send you there. Can you find your way to the tunnels through there?
Oh shit! Hold on. Okay, and I'm gonna look right at Fane and say, look, if we were not supposed to survive this and we show up in the middle of town, yeah,
We're not gonna fucking wait around for them to do anything about it.
We need
That's
to run as
just
soon as we
okay.
get
It's
there.
it's going to be, as long as we're on the same page here. I don't think that our friends are. Why would they? Yes, it's complicated.
We just go. We just arrive and go.
Okay.
All right, so he takes the scroll, opens it up, reads out of it. Another little portal opens up, and you can see on the other side the little statue of the fountain. There doesn't seem to be anyone around in that area. The paladin and Kevon have picked up Cithriel and are carrying her sort of between them. And Imbril is just like, it's not gonna work. And it was like, I'll do my best to be as fast as possible, but you probably don't have all the time. Just get them there and keep them safe until I return.
Right.
Motions to the portal.
Right. Okay, let's go. And as he walks through the portal, he turns around to Embryo and goes
Imbril,
and walks through the portal.
the rest of you,
Same thing, except my middle finger is my mage hand that just follows me out.
Butcher and Fane.
Fane
What you got?
will like the little pack leader that he thinks that he is, will go last to make sure that those with him are protected first. And he does not look back. He does not offer any fingers in a salute before he leaves.
And Butcher.
He you know, kind of like, since you know, I don't have the words for this. So he does go through the portal and just kind of just makes this, you know, like just this gesture off the top of his head, but he's not really gesturing at anybody particularly. He just taking it for what it is at this point.
Carrying his little bag of payment.
Yep.
All right, as you step through this portal and end up back home in Urkala, where all of this began, but now with a precious cargo in your hands.
Yeah. There we go.
We'll find out next week
Mm-hmm.
what happens on the other side of this portal and whether or not you will make it to the well, my friends.
Oh, yes.
All right. Thank you very much. Hopefully, our producer is hearing us right now. Thank you so much, guys. Again, a lot of fun. I love the characters. I was a little worried at first, you know, because there was a really great chemistry last time, and I was like, oh, we're bringing in the fourth person, all that, but worked out super fine. Butcher fit in there like, you know, long lost brother. Of course, Travis, fantastic role player all the time, so I should not have feared at all. I truly appreciate you guys, truly appreciate the work you're doing here. Let's go around one more time, hear who you are, what you're doing, and all that good stuff. We will start this time with the Kevin.
Okay. I am Kevin. Yes, I am found online at Kevran Games. And tonight I played Fane, the War Priest. And when I'm not here, you can find me as the host and game master of the Game Night Heroes podcast, where we tell stories that hopefully are as great as this one. So this was a lot of fun. Thanks for listening. Can't wait till next time. We're going to wrap this bad boy up.
Wrap her and put it to bed, hopefully.
Oh, yeah.
Without too much bloodshed. Scoos!
I am Scoozy. You can find me at Scooz News all over the place. Yeah, this was a good one. It is complicated, and I'm really digging the disagreements.
Yes.
Very much. I like the arguing in character. I'm very excited to see what happens.
There's more difficult decisions to come. I'll tell you that much. Ever Salt.
All right. Oh, I'm Travis, or you can call me Eversalt. Find me on Twitter as Skane Eversalt. God damn, I hate when my brain skips on me. But so yeah, you'll oftentimes you'll see me jumping in all sorts of games. I'm like freaking everywhere and nowhere all at the same time.
Yeah.
And but for any of my own work specifically, I do have a YouTube channel more geared towards video gaming content and that. But that does my own thing. It's just like a taste of my own humor. Anyways, it's been a pleasure playing. Thanks for having me. I'm having a great time.
Cool. Thanks so much for playing with us, Travis. We missed you last week. I'm glad that you are back safe and sound. You were off having fun in the Duluth area, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was nice. Nice time. Was it a nice time?
Quite the superior experience.
That's what they say. Did you visit the wonderful beaches of of the Lake Superior?
I even jumped in the water too.
Oh yeah, nice. Speaking of wonderful beaches, the man, the myth, the legend who abides right by where the beautiful beaches are, Tim.
Well, I'm about 3 hours away from a beautiful beach, but yeah, not quite that close. I'm Tim, playing Blackmore on Twitter. You can find me here with our first episode coming up at some point. I will also be playing on Rainbows and Razor Blades. We have a Cyberpunk Red campaign going, where I am a very large and very
Big claws.
violent,
Individual.
very violent claw-wielding cyborg who speaks with a Eastern European accent, strangely, but is significantly dumber than Eno. Significantly dumber.
But can he hold a tune?
Actually, he rolled a legendary success when he tried to sing. So yes, he can sing.
Excellent.
I think we were talking about that the other week.
Yeah, yeah, he's great at My Heart Will Go On.
My heart. Lindy, you're warming my Canadian heart right now.
Right? You feel me. All
right. Thank you so much, guys. I want to thank Andy, our producer, everybody else at Guild Superior. I want to tell you, we got so much stuff going on these days. It's making my head spin. Sunday, we have Blade Runner, the other campaign that I'm running here. Blade Runner with, again, beautiful people playing this game. We're having a great time. It's been a lot of good atmosphere, a lot of a great character interaction there too. On Monday, there's my friend Miko, who's GMing Empire's Rebirth on our Monday Night Madness from his own homebrew world of Ystera. And on Tuesday, Dungeon Dave and his wonderful world of Greyhawk that I'm playing in. I'm everywhere these days. It's getting a little I'm
a little mayhem.
I know, a little mayhem. But yes, I'm super stoked to be playing in Dave's Greyhawk. That's going to be on Tuesday nights. And we'll be right back here next week with another Shadesong, the third and final part of the 7th Saga of the Well. These wonderful players. Thank you so much, everyone. We super appreciate you being here, checking us out. And with that, we're out, and we'll catch you later.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers.